over 34 years. No sign is too big or too small for the experts at Metro. They bring brands to life. Call them today, 954-983-6662, 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to learn what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, your everything team.
I love the ocean.
Me? I love a slow winding river. I love the lake. Slick as glass.
But nothing compares to what you love inside the boat.
My family.
My child.
My best friend from first grade.
If you're behind the wheel of a boat, pay attention. That way your favorite water will always be safe water. Learn more about boating safety at myfwc.com. Brought to you by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission.
We have some breaking news that you Panthers fans are going to want to hear. It's official. SeatGeek is now the official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers. That's right, the deal is finalized and SeatGeek is the newest member of the Panthers family. If you haven't heard the name yet, get used to it, because you'll be hearing it a lot more this season. SeatGeek, the new official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers. Your ticket to great Panthers seats.
Hey Panthers fans, get ready to score big with Jiffy Lube, the official oil change of your Florida Panthers. Just like our team on the ice, we're faster than ever. Skate by for an oil change or any other vehicle maintenance service you may need. You never need an appointment. Keep your ride as strong as our Panthers. We're here to keep you moving. For coupons and locations, go to JiffyLubeSpecials.com. Jiffy Lube, the official oil change of the Florida Panthers.
This is Panthers Preview on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Panthers Preview continues. Kevin Rogers with you. Final game before the Four Nations Cup. Panthers hosting the Ottawa Senators in just a little bit. Panthers a 1-point lead over Toronto for first place in the Atlantic Division heading into tonight's action. As we take a look now at the JetBlue out-of-town scoreboard. JetBlue, you above all, busy slate in the NHL. You have Super Bowl Sunday tomorrow with only 2 games, and a lot of teams in action today. Already 4 games have gone final. The Lightning score 4 in the first as they double up the Red Wings in Detroit 6-3, ending the Red Wings 7-game win streak. Brandon Hagel, 2 goals and 2 assists in the win for the Lightning. Carolina with 4 in the second. They crush Utah and Raleigh today, 7-3. Sebastian Aho, a pair of goals in the win for the Canes. The Devils, behind 34 saves from Jake Allen, they shut out the Canadians at the Bell Center 4-0. The Golden Knights rally past the Bruins 4-3 at TD Garden. Vegas improves to 33-17-6. Now everything else coming up in just a little bit. And we'll begin in Vancouver because the Canucks are hosting the Maple Leafs. And the Maple Leafs have played well so far on their West Coast swing, and they are sneaking up on the Panthers, only 1 point back, 33-19-2. Vancouver comes in at 25-18-11. The Battle of Pennsylvania, the Penguins and the Flyers. There's a big game tomorrow for the state of Pennsylvania with the Eagles, but tonight the Flyers look to bounce back from their loss to the Capitals a few nights ago. Pittsburgh off a nice win in New York last night, but they'll be without Sidney Crosby once again. The Penguins at 23-24-9, the Flyers at 23-26-7. The Rangers trying to bounce back on the road in Columbus against the Blue Jackets. Columbus 26-21-8, still hanging around in the wild card race in the Eastern Conference. New York at 26-24-4. The Blackhawks and Blues last met at Wrigley Field in Chicago on New Year's Eve for the Winter Classic. This time they're going to play indoors tonight, Enterprise Center in St. Louis, where the Panthers just were a few nights ago. As St. Louis at 24-26-5, Chicago off a win over Nashville last night. They are 17-31-6. Speaking of the Predators, back at home, hosting the Sabres at 8 o'clock. Nashville 18-28-7. They continue to struggle. Buffalo at 22-26-5. Also at 8 o'clock, the Wild and the Islanders meet at XL Energy Center in St. Paul, New York. Lost at Winnipeg last night. The Wild coming off a win over the Hurricanes. They're 32-19-4. The late night action, Kraken and the Flames out in Calgary. The Flames at 26-21-7. Seattle comes in at 23-29-4. Also at 10, the Stars and the Sharks in San Jose. Dallas off a loss to L.A. last night in the shootout. They make the trip to Northern California to battle a Sharks team, just 15 wins so far on the season. The Battle of Southern California wraps up the night at 10:30 from Crypto.com Arena. In L.A., it's the Kings and the Ducks meeting up. L.A. at 29-17-6. Anaheim comes in at 23-24-6. Coming up, we'll hear from the head coach of the Panthers, Paul Maurice, also the head coach of the Senators, Travis Green. And we'll have starting lineup scratches and Atlantic Division showdown. The Senators sitting in fourth place of the division, so they're hanging around. And the Panthers looking to maintain their lead atop the division before the 2-week break. Panthers and Senators coming up from Amerant Bank Arena right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
The championship meet is in full swing at Gulfstream Park. Come to Hallandale Beach and experience the best in live horse racing action Wednesday through Sunday, featuring world-class horses, trainers, and jockeys. Plan a day at the races with our expanded schedule of events all winter long. Enjoy the races outside at the Carousel Club, or head upstairs for fine dining and an elevated track view, 10 Palms Restaurant. For stake schedules, reservations, and tickets, head to GulfstreamPark.com.
Funky Buddha is back as the official craft brewery of your Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Funky Buddha brings the taproom fun to Amerant Bank Arena, where you can grab an ice-cold gloves-off IPA, brewed exclusively for the Florida Panthers and their fans. Party with them all year long at their brewery in Oakland Park, where you can catch all the Panthers action with their signature selection of innovative brews. Or stop by your closest retailer and bring Funky Buddha home with you. No matter where you're watching, they'll be right there with you. Cheers and go Cats! Funky Buddha Brewery, Oakland Park, Florida. Please drink responsibly. Metro Group Miami, corporate partner of the Florida Panthers. The home of Metro Signs and Metro Wraps has been South Florida's business choice for quality signs and graphics for over 34 years. No sign is too big or too small for the experts at Metro. They bring brands to life. Call them today, 954-983-6662, 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to learn what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, your everything team. Have you heard about El Car Wash? The official car wash of the Florida Panthers. For less than the price of a tank of gas, you can enjoy unlimited express car washes at all 40-plus locations from Miami to Palm Beach to Naples and Orlando. If you are on your way to work, having a night on the town, or just need the refreshing feeling of a sparkly clean car, come through one of our eco-friendly and state-of-the-art locations for a high-quality, fast, and fun wash. Visit lcarwash.com to find the location nearest you. Join, wash, save. El Car Wash. Feel good. Drive clean. Make pet care stress-free with Pet Meds, official partner of the Florida Panthers and trusted platform for pet health. From puppies and kittens to seniors, Pet Meds offers top brands for healthy foods, flea and tick prevention, medications, and more. Every order comes with a surprise for your furry family. Don't miss Dr. Cuddle's Ready Rescue, a must-have detoxifier for emergencies. Visit PetMeds.com and use promo code Panthers for 20% off site-wide. Pet Meds, care you trust to keep pets happy and healthy throughout their lives.
Just like being on the ice, parenthood is full of thrills, spills, and even chills. But whether it's illness or injury, our pediatric experts at Broward Health are ready to assist with a broad range of specialty care for your child. As the official pediatric hospital of the Florida Panthers, we know keeping kids healthy and happy is a team effort, and we're always on your team. Broward Health, well into your future.
Welcome back to Panthers Preview on the Florida Panthers Radio Network. Presented by Baptist Health.
Back here at Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise, Panthers and the Ottawa Senators here tonight. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers with you. Let's get into our pregame conversation with Panthers head coach Paul Maurice, presented by Celsius Essential Energy. Celsius is the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers. And, well, the first thing I asked Paul Maurice was how he liked the way his team finished that thrilling victory over the Blues 3-2 back on Thursday.
Yeah, I like our games. I'm pretty pleased with that almost felt, it's 4-6 and almost felt like a pretty road trip, right? We had lots going on, and we've been pushing pretty hard here. You start on a back-to-back, which means you're not going to carry the same kind of energy through the rest of your week. So I'm happy with it. I liked their first. I think we were real strong in that. The game got tied. I think the best chances to score didn't go in for our team. And that's fine. And we didn't. I liked our third period. And that's where you're kind of measuring, well, how are you playing in tight games? Where's your brain in tight games? Didn't like the decision we made in Washington in the third period at the start. Cost us a goal. then we didn't see any of that. We didn't see any of those mistakes. So I like where we're at mentally. I think the guys have done a really good job staying focused, especially for some of these men. They've been looking at this break for a while, thinking this is going to be when all my aches and pains heal up. So we stayed mentally engaged, got a huge, and we haven't had a lot of that, right? Like something breaks right at the end of the game for you. So that was a fun one. Score a goal at the end, and you look up with 11 seconds, you're pretty sure you're closing that out. So it was a good way to finish.
And a couple things on what you just mentioned there. You guys have an opportunity to be in first place in the Atlantic going into this break. If you had to look at it overall, how do you like the way that things have gone for your team up to this point, considering how much hockey you guys have played, the schedule, everything that's gone into it?
Yeah. In terms of what we're building, we're on track. The game that we're going to play this year is slightly different than each of the last 2 years. It has to change because your personnel changed. And I think you saw that in terms of style. There was a shift at the end of December. So we won some games early in the year, and then we came to Finland. We go into a lull. But what you're looking for is a game that looks very similar night after night. Now, you're not winning every game in this. You're not getting all the breaks. And in the playoffs, we didn't win every game. And you don't get all the breaks. But you want to come to that rink knowing this is what we're supposed to look like. And if you see it enough night after night, it becomes who you are. And then you build your identity. So the core, our aggressiveness, our physicality, you're going to see that come out more as this thing tightens down toward the end, and you'll certainly see it in the playoffs. The rest of it, though, is the structure of your game, and that takes mental sharpness, and that takes kind of a mental focus to do it night after night. I like where we are with it.
You've mentioned that there are guys that'll see that kind of light at the end of the tunnel. There is a break coming up. You've coached through scenarios where there have been Olympic breaks, things like that. Does tonight feel a little bit different, knowing that it's an opportunity to kind of close strong before you do have a little bit of time off for most of your guys?
Yeah, our experience with this was the last game before the break is actually really good. They play really hard. There's a bit of a... If you know you got to work out every day for 3 hours a day for the next 2 weeks, you're going as hard as you can, but you got to go back in and do it tomorrow. These guys know they can leave the rink as tired as they want, and they can recover from it. So I think we got lots of jump here tonight, lots of energy.
And the Four Nations face-off coming up before we get into one more on tonight's game. During this tournament coming up, there's going to be at least one player representing the Panthers on each roster. How much does the tournament intrigue you here, and how excited are you to see these guys, to see maybe a scenario where you've got Barkov taking a draw against Reinhart or something like that?
It'll be really interesting. The game that we play is going to be different than all four of those teams, right? The systems will be slightly different. It'll be more national team systems. To explain that, you need something fairly simple that you can take 20 guys who play possibly different styles of game and implement it very quickly. So the Swedes and the Finns who run national team programs throughout the year, they play the same game they played for 20 years, and slight aberrations, but everybody there knows those systems. So very simple systems that'll put our guys in, and what will be run at this tournament won't be anything like the way the Florida Panthers play. So I'm really interested to see how they fit in those, how they adapt to them. I've got a very high opinion of all the guys that are going. I think they're better than some of the players that may play ahead of them. And I'm going to watch to see how many of those guys can ascend to the top. I think they're that good.
And tonight, taking on the Ottawa Senators. First time you've seen them since the second game of the year. They're a team that looks like it's turned the corner a little bit. A lot of folks were waiting for that to happen for a while, but it looks like they have. What do you expect here tonight? As you mentioned, two teams that'll be in a position to empty the tank here.
Listen, I think it's going to be a highly unusually intense game going into a break, because our second game of the season against these guys, they played as hard as I've ever seen them play, and it was a grinder, but very fast. So when I say grinder, I mean you're not going to get any easy ice. There's no flow back and forth. You got to contest the puck at all three zones, and everybody gets hit off. It's a grind of a game, but it's also very, very fast. They got a couple of key centermen out of their lineup, and that changed. But they got enough depth now that they can move a player like Stützle into the middle, and that's a pretty powerful line. Discipline is probably the key piece in these games, because the energy usually gets up. The Kachuk brothers roll into town, and there's usually some physicality to that. And now what you've got is an Ottawa team that these young teams that come into it now, they're in a playoff position. There's a cost to a mistake. Sometimes these young teams, they get toward the end of there really isn't, right? They're just making plays, and they're fast, and it's fabulous to watch. But now they got to be right. And proven that we play in that environment. So I think it makes for a really hard, really good game. I don't think there's going to be any BS in the game or plays that are so high risk that they're just, hey, if they make them, they can score some goals. That their mentality has changed. They're a legit team now.
Coach Paul Maurice right there. Pregame conversation presented as always by Celsius Essential Energy. Celsius is the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers. We'll step aside. We'll come back. We'll have the scratches as well as the view from the opposing side of things. The scouting report from Gulfstream Park Racing coming up in just a moment. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers with you. Manny Chang's our on-set engineer. Trevor Harris back at studio control. One more segment to go in Panthers preview. The view from the opposing side coming up in a moment on the Florida Panthers Radio Network presented by Baptist Health.
South Florida, one of the latest and greatest from Celsius is a balance of two iconic flavors, kiwi and strawberry. Two vibrant and delicious flavors that dance on your taste buds. Refresh your energy with zero sugar, essential vitamins, and proven ingredients. Celsius energy drinks.
Make pet care stress-free with Pet Meds, official partner of the Florida Panthers and trusted platform for pet health. From puppies and kittens to seniors, Pet Meds offers top brands for healthy foods, flea and tick prevention, medications, and more. Every order comes with a surprise for your furry family. Don't miss Dr. Cuddle's Ready Rescue, a must-have detoxifier for emergencies. Visit PetMeds.com and use promo code Panthers for 20% off site-wide. Pet Meds, care you trust to keep pets happy and healthy throughout their lives. Cheers to champions. Manos Wine has teamed up with the Florida Panthers to celebrate the 2024 Stanley Cup champions. Introducing our exclusive collection of deep-edged, hand-painted wines and sparkling metallic red bubbly, each featuring unique championship designs. Whether you're toasting to victory at home or celebrating with friends, these limited edition bottles are a must-have for every Panthers fan. Shop now at manoswine.com or find us at your local liquor store. Raise your glass to the champions, because every victory deserves a great wine.
Panthers fans, score big on game day at Stoner's Pizza. Every game day, buy a large cheese or pepperoni pizza and get one of the same variety free. With fresh ingredients and daily handmade dough, Stoner's Pizza is the perfect pairing for puck drop. Order in-store or online at stonerspizzajoint.com and use code GOCATS. Stoner's Pizza, the official pizza of the Florida Panthers. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Tabanero Hot Sauce is bringing the heat to the rink this game day, folks. As the official hot sauce of the Florida Panthers, enjoy Tabanero today at any concession stand at the Amarant Bank Arena. We've got it in every flavor: original, sweet and spicy, curry habanero, and extra hot. Their premium sauce blends are crafted right here in South Florida from all-natural, locally sourced ingredients. And the party doesn't have to stop after the stadium. Take Tabanero home with you by visiting your local Florida retail stores. Savor the flavor of Tabanero.
Let's talk goals. You don't have to be a professional athlete to achieve them. You just need the right partner for the assist. And when it comes to your facility's landscape, there's no one better than Brightview, the official lawn care partner of the Florida Panthers. Go to brightview.com to see how our commercial landscape services can help you achieve your goals. Or call 844-235-7778 to set up your free consultation. That's 844-235-7778 or brightview.com.
South Florida, new flavor alert, and this one's the bomb. Watermelon lemonade, a tasty explosion of flavor. Refresh your energy with zero sugar, essential vitamins, and proven ingredients. Celsius energy drinks.
Welcome back to Panthers Preview on the Florida Panthers Radio Network. Presented by Baptist Health.
Welcome back, Panthers Senators. Your scratches presented by Baptist Health, the official sports medicine provider of the Florida Panthers. Remember tonight's medical doctors, Dr. Uribe, Dr. Yagnik, Dr. Ross, presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care for the Panthers. You can scratch Mackie Samoskevich, though they expect him to be back at 100% after the break. On the other side for Ottawa, Josh Norris, Shane Pinto, Nick Cousins. You won't hear their names this evening out with injury. Your scratches from Baptist Health. Your scouting report from Gulfstream Park Racing. Experience the thrills of Gulfstream Park with year-round thoroughbred racing. Go to Gulfstreampark.com. Here's Travis Green, the head coach of the Senators, on what the keys are going to be tonight for his team looking to bounce back.
Build on the way we played last game. I know we didn't get the win, but we did a lot of good things. I thought we played a lot faster last game than we did the first game against Tampa. More like the style of hockey that we're accustomed to, and we got to build off that.
Travis Green right there, the head coach of the Ottawa Senators. Our pregame scouting report presented by Gulfstream Park Racing. Experience the thrills of Gulfstream Park with year-round thoroughbred racing. Go to GulfstreamPark.com. We'll step aside. We'll come back. We'll have the starting lineups and the drop of the puck next. Panthers and the Senators on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
This has been Panthers Preview. Face-off for tonight's game is just minutes away.
You're listening to the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Have you heard about El Car Wash? The official car wash of the Florida Panthers. For less than the price of a tank of gas, you can enjoy unlimited express car washes at all 40-plus locations from Miami to Palm Beach to Naples and Orlando. If you are on your way to work, having a night on the town, or just need the refreshing feeling of a sparkly clean car, come through one of our eco-friendly and state-of-the-art locations for a high-quality, fast, and fun wash. Visit lcarwash.com to find the location nearest you. Join, wash, save. El Car Wash. Feel good, drive clean.
The championship meet is in full swing at Gulfstream Park. Come to Hallandale Beach and experience the best in live horse racing action Wednesday through Sunday, featuring world-class horses, trainers, and jockeys. Plan a day at the races with our expanded schedule of events all winter long. Enjoy the races outside at the Carousel Club, or head upstairs for fine dining and an elevated track view, 10 Palms Restaurant. For stake schedules, reservations, and tickets, head to GulfstreamPark.com.
Seguin lost it to Scheifele. Scheifele with 2-on-1. Scheifele scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. AIS HD2 Boca Raton. It's game time.
That's the power play. Barkov to Chuck in front. Bouncing puck. Jammed it. They score! A power play goal! Carter Verhaeghe on the backhand. And the Panthers take the lead.
The defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers are on.
A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
This is the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Sponsored by Baptist Health, the official sports medicine provider of the Florida Panthers. And by SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers.
Now, let's get right to the action.
Once again.
Welcome inside Amaret Bank Arena here in Sunrise. The Panthers and the Ottawa Senators here tonight in an Atlantic Division matchup, and a big one going into the break for the Four Nations face-off. The Panthers won't play again until the 22nd after this one, so they want to make it count against the Ottawa Senators tonight. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay, and Kevin Rogers with you this evening. Manny Chang is our on-set engineer. Trevor Harris back at studio control. Let's get to your starting lineups presented by SeatGeek. Your ticket to great Panthers seats for the Panthers. Alexander Barkov, Sam Reinhart, Carter Verhaeghe up front, Dmitry Kulikov, Nico Mikla defensively in front of the goaltender, Sergei Bobrovsky. On the other side, for Travis Green's Ottawa Senators, the starting forward line will feature Ridley Gregg between Drake Batherson and Brady Tkachuk. Artem Zub, Jake Sanderson defensively in front of the goaltender, Linus Ullmark. Your officials tonight, the referees are Jean Hebert and Brandon Blandina. The linesmen are Derek Nansen and Brad Kovacic. Panthers in red right to left. The Senators in white left to right. Barkov will stand in against Ridley Gregg to get this one going from center ice. The puck is down. We're off and running. Barkov pulled it back. Mikla up the near side. Loose puck along the near boards, and it winds up in the shallow part of the Ottawa zone. Sanderson around far side. Brady Tkachuk flutters it along. Out to center it goes. Puck takes a hop over the Panthers line. Mikla bats it the other way. Loose puck here on the near boards. Verhaeghe Tapped it along. Couldn't advance it. Has another chance with it. He'll fling it to center. Greg and Brady Tkachuk crashed into one another. A hand pass call against Ottawa. 26 seconds off the clock. First period. No score. Panthers and the Senators. Our goaltending matchup. Talked about it in Panthers preview. Sergei Bobrovsky's 37th game. 22-12-2. He's won 4 of his last 5. Linus Ullmark on the other end. 24 games. 12-8-2 individually.
9 goals against last 5 games for Bobrovsky. That 4-game winning streak was cut last time in Washington. Ullmark, before missing 19 games with injury, had played 7 games and had given up 7 goals. Still in his last 8 games that he has played in, he has only given up 10 goals. Pretty impressive.
Now David Perron around the end boards. Loose puck here to the near side of the ice. Ubas Balinskis pushes one along. And then on it for the Panthers. Balinskis recovering. Gives to Eetu Luostarinen. He'll toss it out through the neutral zone. And back inside the Ottawa end. Thomas Chabot flings it along. Up to the Panthers line. Nate Schmidt pokes it ahead. Grabbed by Luostarinen. He'll dump it down to our left around the end boards. It caroms all the way around out to the neutral zone. It's pushed through the center ice area by Zach Ostapchuk, and now the Panthers will transition quickly. Here's Sam Bennett, dumps it down to our left. Puck goes around the end wall, far side of the ice, takes a bounce out the line. A drive and a save made by Ullmark that time on Aaron Ekblad. 1:18 off the clock here in the first. No score. Panthers and the Ottawa Senators tonight.
Good job by Ekblad just stepping into the puck, and Ekblad's been impressive since returning from injury. 7 games played, 1 goal, 5 assists in that span for 6 points. Gets the first chance against Ullmark, and on the other side for Travis Green with the injuries up front to Pinto, Norris, Cousins. They're going with 11 forwards and 7 defensemen tonight against the Panthers after coming off that. The Florida trip's tough enough, but for Ottawa, they had to play back-to-back, or not back-to-back, consecutive games against the Tampa Bay Lightning, and then head over Alligator Alley and get over here on this Panthers side and face the Panthers. That's a pretty daunting task.
Face-off, far circle down to our left off the draw. It's pulled out to Ekblad, right point. A shot from Matthew Tkachuk wide. Rims out along the near boards. Ekblad, a backhand down behind the net. And in the trapezoid, Sam Bennett grabs control. He's got Artem Zub on him. Pass out to the line. Ekblad across. A little out of the reach of Forsling. And the puck poked at, punched into the neutral zone by Patterson. And
it's going against Ottawa.
A penalty upcoming.
And it's going against Brady Tkachuk, I believe.
Interference, the signal.
He's officially over 100 minutes again for the 4th straight year.
The century mark.
101 minutes on the season.
Yeah, he goes off 2 minutes, and the Panthers to the power play early. A Publix power play. 18-17 left in the first. No score. It is Black History Night tonight at Amerant Bank Arena, presented by Amazon.
So Panthers go to work right on the power play. A minute 42 seconds in the start of this game. Good chance. Brady Tkachuk just wrestled down the player in neutral ice. Ill-advised penalty for Brady.
Now pass out front from Sam Reinhart, and that one just hopped away from Matthew Tkachuk out to the line. Aaron Ekblad looks to the right. Barkov top of the right circle for the Panthers. Matthew Tkachuk in front. It's tipped wide by Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe around the end boards, off to the right side. Barkov down to the corner, taken by Tkachuk. Barkov right point, lets it rip, and Ullmark stays with it, makes the save. 17:54 to go in the first, just getting started here at Amerant Bank Arena tonight. No score, 23 seconds off the Brady Tkachuk penalty.
And you look at Linus Ullmark and the difference. Those first 2 shots are pretty hard, coming from Ekblad and that one from Barkov. There's absolutely, he just absorbs everything. He said no rebound opportunity at all. He's a difference maker in net. Can be, and we've seen it firsthand. We exposed him in the playoffs, which has been all right. Maybe there's a few nightmares of the Panthers, but pick up in the offseason by Ottawa to shore up their goaltending.
That's what they needed, and a young team looking to take the next step. It's amazing how much more rapidly those next steps can be taken when you have the saves being made consistently.
Yeah, a little more trust and a little bit more belief goes throughout your whole group.
Reinhart into the neutral zone, left side. Barkov, Verhaeghe over the offensive line, sends it around the end wall. Reinhart right side, down to Barkov behind the net. Backhand Verhaeghe, left wing side, out to the left point. Ekblad is there. Ekblad, Verhaeghe, Gloves down, a deflected pass across. Barkov shot, right pad save made by Allmark, picked up, and it's cleared all the way down by Matthew Highmore for Ottawa. Sergei Bobrovsky, a quick outlet feed, flings it all the way out to the Ottawa blue line, redirected down to our left by Tkachuk, back behind the net. Shabbat there for Ottawa. Up the far side, Panthers keep it in. New unit coming on. Nate Schmidt, right point, has it. Left side, Verhaeghe to the circle. Pass down low, Reinhart. Reinhart in the near corner, back out to Verhaeghe, across Schmidt. Nate Schmidt near side. It's Verhaeghe back out to Nate Schmidt, right side. Tkachuk there, a shot, a wobbler toward the net. That took a deflection away from the front of the goal. And now back behind the net. It's stabbed off to the near side of the ice by Jake Sanderson. Loose back in behind the net. It's handled by Verhaeghe, back in near point. Schmidt, he's under some pressure. The puck picked up and cleared out by Nick Jensen. Got it to the neutral zone. Panthers dart back in. 14 seconds on the power play. Tkachuk takes a feed shot, and it's fought off by Allmark. Bouncing puck, high slot. Schmidt a shot. Save Allmark. In the near circle, Lundell. He'll grab control down to the corner, looking for a lane. Far side, deflects to Sam Bennett. Bennett, Lundell, out to the line. It deflected off an Ottawa stick. Ridley Gregg in the lane. Now a breakaway. Tkachuk out of the box. A shot. Save made by Bobrovsky. Brady Tkachuk right off serving the penalty. Bolted in on a partial breakaway, and now he's got it again. Tkachuk out to the high slot. A drive, and that one didn't get through. A one-timer attempted by Adam Gaudette. Back behind the net and off to the far corner. Sam Bennett takes a lick from Brady Tkachuk. Got the clear. And now the Senators reset back in the neutral zone. Tim Stützle off to the far side of the ice. They work it through the neutral zone. Stolen away yet to Luostarinen. Up the far side. Took a hard lick there from Tyler Klevin. Puck goes to the end wall. Down to our left. And Anton Lundell out to the far point. Balinskis. A shot. It didn't get through. In front. Collected by Jesper Boquist. Couldn't get a shot away. Now the puck winds up here in the near corner. Anton Lundell with it. Lundell behind the net. Off to the far circle. He tried to go upstairs from a sharp angle, and Allmark sprawls to make the save. And now we got a dust up off to the side of the net. Klevin was engaged with a Panther. That was Luostarinen. And order restored here. 15:24 to go in the first. No score. Panthers and the Ottawa Senators here this evening at Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise. Remember to feed your fandom with the new Panthers sub, only at Publix, the official supermarket of the Panthers.
Well, Brady Tkachuk got released exactly at the right time. He didn't have a full head of steam. He was getting cut off, so had to take the breakaway shot from a sharp angle. Bobrovsky recognized that, was able to cut down that angle. Ridley Gregg deflected that outlet pass, and it bounced right on Brady Tkachuk's stick for that partial breakaway. And it's been a hard time scoring. It's been better of late, but he went through a 10-game, not only goal drought, but point drought. And Ottawa was still racking up the W's. That's kind of the story here with this Ottawa team. They've been able to find scoring from some different resources this season. Outside, their top players have been good, but it's filtered throughout their whole lineup.
Yeah, they just look like they have more purpose in their game than they did in previous versions of the Ottawa Senators.
And they got David Perron back. I know they're missing Norris. And
here's a drive from Forsling, and that's kicked away by Allmark. Puck to the near side. Jonah Gadjevich a shot. It bounces in the air loose in the blue paint after an Allmark save, and David Perron will play it up the far boards. Ekblad bats at it, and he's got it over on the far side of the ice across to Forsling now. Forsling across center. Driven in down to our left, around the end wall, far side. Greer, and then Nosek a shot out of the right circle over the net. In the near corner, Gadjevich winds it around. Ekblad far side. He was bumped into by Stützle. And the Senators able to push it out to the neutral zone. Forsling will rip it back on net. Allmark routinely knocks it away to Shabbat. And Shabbat back in his own zone. He'll launch it through the neutral zone. It's away from Batherson all the way down to our right. Kulikov in the far corner bumped into. The Senators force a turnover. Brady Tkachuk, Artem Zub, high slot a shot. That's wide. And over in the far corner, picked up by Stützle. Dumped over by Verhaeghe.
Yeah, it's going to be a cross-check against Verhaeghe down deep in the corner.
14:25 left in the first, no score. We've seen a Panthers power play. They're 0 for 1. Now Ottawa's going to get a chance. Let's listen in downstairs.
Ottawa gets a bazillion power plays, 182 now on the season. The next closest is 171 for them. Clear cross-check there by Verhaeghe, goes right into the midsection. Stützle with a stick. The arm goes up immediately, so the Panthers to the penalty kill for the first time. Good start for the Panthers, out shooting Ottawa 9-1 to start. And you look at the last two home games for the Panthers, they've given up 8 shots in the first period combined in the last 2 home games. So coming out starting on time. Shot clock heavy in favor of them again.
Forsling dumps it all the way down to our left, back inside the Ottawa zone. 12 seconds immediately chewed off the end of this power play. Senators will bring it along. And up the far side, Stützle. His pass didn't connect. Barkov back the other way looking for Reinhardt away from him. And Jake Sanderson backs inside the Ottawa zone to calm things down. Brady Tkachuk drops it back. Now on come the Senators through center. Batherson. Left side, Stützle. Tkachuk had it poked away. Back come the Panthers now. It's Barkov through the neutral zone. Up the right side, far circle in front. Reinhardt a shot. He couldn't get it away cleanly. It's kind of rolled on its side and couldn't land that one on net. Now back come the Senators. Stützle, toe drag move and a spin move through the center circle off to the near wing. He'll skate it along the near boards. Bumped nicely by Nico Mikkola. Barkov to Kulikov up the near side. Didn't get the clear. Stützle across. They work in the front. Brady Tkachuk to the doorstep and he scores. Brady Tkachuk took the pass across the front of the net from Batherson, and he's able to sneak it down low past Bobrovsky, a play that developed quickly after Ottawa held the zone. A power play goal for Brady Tkachuk, 1-0 Senators.
And that was the key, holding the zone. Panthers thinking that maybe they're going to get it out, and just a diving keep in at the last second by Claude Giroux. And it quickly develops. Mikkola, the defenseman, was caught up high, and that left virtually no one down below. Kulikov. Barkov was the closest man to Brady Tkachuk in a tic-tac-toe passing play. I believe the Panthers firmly believed that puck was going to go out, and that dive by Giroux to keep that puck in saved everything. And then the Panthers were in scramble mode and some quick passing plays, and Tkachuk from the side of the net is able to slide it between Bobrovsky's legs for the power play goal.
Uvis Balinskis, a pass up the ice. Now it's Evan Rodriguez into the offensive end. Played down to our left. Shabbat. Far side. Jensen looks to clear for Ottawa. Couldn't get it out. Now it's collected and taken along by Michael Amadio out to the neutral zone. Near side for Shabbat. Hopping in the rush. Near circle. Cuts out front. And he was dumped over by Rodriguez. Loose in front. A save by Bobrovsky. The rebound as he made a huge save on Amadio right out in front with the left pad. The puck played up the near side and out of the zone. And the Panthers counter the other way.
Glorious save by Bobrovsky.
Evan Rodriguez just got planted by Shabbat into the far boards.
Interference call coming up. Panthers go back to the power play. What an outrageous save by Bobrovsky before all that. If Amadio maybe one times the puck, he's got a goal. He held on to it for a brief second. That allowed Bobrovsky to come over and do the full splits, get it with the left leg.
12:40 left in the first, 1-0 the score, and now an Ottawa penalty being assessed. Let's see what we have here. It looks like Shabbat.
It's going to be an interference call against Shabbat.
Ottawa penalty, number 72, 2-minute minor interference.
And a Panthers power play, a chance to get this thing evened up when we come back. 12:40 left in the first, 1-0 Senators on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
Let's talk goals. You don't have to be a professional athlete to achieve them. You just need the right partner for the assist. And when it comes to your facility's landscape, there's no one better than Brightview, the official lawn care partner of the Florida Panthers. Go to brightview.com to see how our commercial landscape services can help you achieve your goals. Or call 844-235-7778 to set up your free consultation. That's 844-235-7778 or brightview.com.
Tabanero Hot Sauce is bringing the heat to the rink this game day, folks. As the official hot sauce of the Florida Panthers, enjoy Tabanero today at any concession stand at the Amerant Bank Arena. We've got it in every flavor: original, sweet and spicy, curry habanero, and extra hot. Their premium sauce blends are crafted right here in South Florida from all natural, locally sourced ingredients. And the party doesn't have to stop after the stadium. Take Tabanero home with you by visiting your local Florida retail stores. Savor the flavor of Tabanero.
Before we go first period, 1-0 Ottawa on a goal from Brady Tkachuk. Interference called against Thomas Shabbat, so the Panthers back to the power play here. What does it mean to feel welcome at Baptist Health? It's making sure everyone feels cared for and cared about. Here the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmest side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health. Panthers Power Plays presented by Publix. Here's Verhaeghe, center of the line. Ekblad down to the near corner. A bouncer past Reinhart. And the puck corralled and punched out of the zone by Artem Zub. All the way down to our right. 12:27 left in the first. 1-0 Ottawa. And Aaron Ekblad will start the charge right to left across your radio dial for the Panthers. Ottawa left to right. Here the opening frame. Barkov over the line. Right side bounces it to Reinhart. Far boards Matthew Tkachuk back for Reinhart. Intercepted. And the Ottawa Senators charge along. It's dragged out to center. Sanderson absorbs a check from Reinhart. Dumps it down to our right. And back behind the Panthers net. Ekblad is there.
Panthers got to be a little bit quicker with the puck moving on the power play. Too stationary. Allowing the penalty killers to set up from the Senators.
Up the near side of the ice, Verhaeghe had it poked away, and now here on the near boards, Ridley Gregg pushes it along for Ottawa. Up the near side, a shot from Matthew Highmore, and that one deflects off to the far boards. And now the Panthers from behind their net. Bobrovsky will leave it for Verhaeghe. 11:36 to go in the first. 1-0. It's the Senators out in front. Matthew Tkachuk, drop pass at center. And Reinhart right side. Bumped over on the far boards is Anton Lundell. He'll give back to Nate Schmidt. Panthers work the second unit on. Here's Bennett cutting to the net. Had it poked away. And then the puck picked up. Tossed up the near boards. And looking to clear. Ultimately getting it out beyond the line is Highmore, the forward. And the puck eventually tossed down to our right. Back behind the Panthers net. It's Bobrovsky leaving it for Nate Schmidt. 24 seconds left in this Publix power play. Schmidt straight on Bennett. Over the line to the high slot. Hands it back. Schmidt thinks about a shot left circle. Bennett some room. A shot. He just missed wide. That rims around far point. Kept in by Schmidt. Taken away though. And now down to our Ridley Gregg tries to break free. Schmidt did a good job sticking with him. Back come the Panthers in. Bennett to Lundell. Near side Rodriguez. Lundell down to the corner. Sends it behind the net. Rodriguez is there. He'll maneuver off to the far boards. A pass out to Bennett. Jumped off his stick, and now the Senators bolt the other way. Down to our right. It's dumped in by Adam Gaudette. Onto the end boards. Kulikov and Gaudette battle. Kulikov plays it to the near boards. Rodriguez couldn't return it to a teammate. The Senators a chance. Brady Tkachuk a shot in front, blocked by Nico Mikkola, who lost his helmet in the process. Loose puck to the far corner then. Kulikov on it for the Panthers. Hands it on for Rodriguez. Rodriguez on the near boards, and a big collision as A.J. Greer took Gaudette down. Now Tkachuk and Greer some shoving in the neutral zone. The puck winds up back inside. The Panthers in. Kulikov far corner leaves it for Gus Forsling. We've gone just over half a period here. 1-0 Ottawa. Tomasz Nosek takes a pass at center. Heads it over the offensive line for the Panthers. Long distance try. Gloved down by the goaltender Allmark, and he will hold it. 9:48 to go first period. 1-0 Ottawa despite the Panthers out shooting the Senators. 10-4. The Panthers 0 for 2 on the power play. Back with more in a moment on the Florida Panthers Radio Network presented by Baptist Health.
Hey, South Florida. Regardless of the weather, there's one part of my daily routine that stays tropical year-round. Celsius Tropical Vibe with a delicious combination of starfruit and pineapple. Refresh your energy with zero sugar, essential vitamins, and proven ingredients. Celsius Energy Drinks.
Kids, take the next step in becoming the ultimate Florida Panthers fan by joining the Panthers Kids Club. Members of the Kids Clubs can join for free and receive exclusive benefits, including free entries into monthly raffles, special offers, and customized content to stay informed on all things Panthers. Upgraded memberships, which include a Panthers merchandise pack and other additional benefits, can also be purchased. Visit FloridaPanthers.com/Kids Club for more information on all things Kids Club and to sign up.
Panthers fans, score big on game day at Stoner's Pizza. Every game day, buy a large cheese or pepperoni pizza and get one of the same variety free. With fresh ingredients and daily handmade dough, Stoner's Pizza is the perfect pairing for puck drop. Order in-store or online at stonerspizzajoint.com and use code GOCATS. Stoner's Pizza, the official pizza of the Florida Panthers. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Feel winter coming, South Florida, but it's not just the cooler weather. I'm talking about Celsius Arctic Vibe. Its icy chill, frozen berry flavor will keep you energized throughout whatever the season brings. Refresh your energy with zero sugar, essential vitamins, and proven ingredients. Celsius Energy Drinks.
9:48 to go first period, 1-0. It's the Senators in front of the Panthers here this evening. Score big on game day with Stoner's Pizza. Buy a large cheese pepperoni pizza. Get one free. Order online at stonerspizzajoint.com using the code GOCAT. Stoner's Pizza is the official pizza of the Panthers. Online only. Price and participation may vary. Face off to Allmark's left. Down to our left in the Ottawa zone, and the Senators immediately an attempt to clear. Held in by Uvis Balinskis. Second try, though. The Senators do get it out. And Matteo plays it down to a right. Schmidt back the other way. It's Luo Storinen across for Schmidt, the neutral zone. Through center, Anton Lundell. He'll ease it along down to our left, and Artem Zub down to our left to play it for Ottawa into the far corner. Had it taken away by Luo Storinen. Luo Storinen along the far board, scoots through that far circle, a backhand out front across the top of the goal crease, bounces out to Balinskis, near point down to Luo Storinen. Into the corner, they go head-to-head. Luo Storinen battling down low with Ottawa's Cole Reinhardt, spelled differently than Sam Reinhardt, no relation there. Loose puck here along the near side, and it's punched along by Matteo, held in by Schmidt, bouncing in front, goes right to Sanderson, and he will clear for the Senators up the far side. And back inside the Panthers zone, Jesper Boquist gives to Nate Schmidt.
Cole Reinhardt was a teammate with Ridley Gregg and Brandon in the Western Hockey League. Couple of teammates in the Senators.
Puck goes down to our left inside the Ottawa zone. A thought on that here just a moment. Out to the line, Gus Forsling holds. He'll maneuver off to the near circle. Forsling, a shot, save made, Allmark loose in front. And Verhaeghe, turnaround shot blocked by Perron. And out to the near point it goes. Forsling there, long wrister over the net. Off to the far boards on a Karam. Verhaeghe slides it to Barkov into the far corner. He's bumped by Shabbat. Loose puck on the end wall. Stützle back for Ottawa up the far side. Didn't get the clear. Second chance with it. Stützle again didn't get it out. Ekblad tried to center, and that deflects away down to our right. 8:04 to go in the first. 1-0 Ottawa. Was going to ask you, Billy, have you been to Brandon, Manitoba?
Yes, I played in Brandon a few times. Long road trip it is. When I was in Tri-Cities, it was the last game of our Eastern swing, and it was a 27-hour bus ride back home.
I was going to say, that's about as far over eastward as you would get
yes.
in the Western Hockey League.
We play 8 games in 11 nights, start in Lethbridge, Alberta, and finish in Brandon, and take the bus ride back.
Here's Batherson in. Brady Tkachuk, a shot. Save Bobrovsky. Gaudette put it wide. And here on the near boards, Brady Tkachuk has it again for Ottawa. Here the near circle. Brady Tkachuk battling through some pressure. Rolls it behind the net. On it is Batherson. He'll play one out to the far point. Clevin for Ottawa. Whips it down to the near corner, holding the zone for the Senators. And the puck caught up to by Mikkola. Give it on to Matthew Tkachuk. Put out through center. It's off the stick of Sam Bennett, who recovers it and sweeps the backhand down inside the Ottawa zone to our left. 7:07 to go in the first. 1-0. It's the Senators in front.
Brady Tkachuk seems engaged in this game. Already 3 shots on net, a goal, a penalty taken, and the captain for the Ottawa Senators, every time they stepped on the ice, seems to make something happen. He's bigger in stature than Matthew is, 6'4", 225 pounds, a little bit more meat on his body.
Puck play down to a right by Matteo, and after the Panthers, Schmidt, who sidesteps David Perron. He was coming in with a full head of steam, looking to lay a hit. Now Perron ultimately comes up with control of the puck, back behind Bobrovsky's net in front. A shot, and that attempt is blocked as it was Ostapchuk set up by Perron. Back down to our left, the Ottawa Senators will reset things in Shabbat. Pass here on the near side of Matteo, up the right wing. In go the Senators. Reinhardt tried to center it for Ottawa. Cole Reinhardt's pass didn't connect on the target, and the Panthers muscle it into the neutral zone. Here's Jonah Gadjevich up the left wing, a long shot. That goes wide. Over on the far board, Ekblad will play it to the corner, and the Ottawa Senators recover control. It's Shabbat back behind the net, held by Nicholas Matinpalo, the defenseman, back over to the far side, and it's cleared along by Shabbat down inside the Panthers zone. Gus Forsling there, hammered up the far board. Jesper Boquist, Anton Lundell. Lundell in on the near wing, a shot, and it's handled routinely by Allmark, and then a crowd out in front of the net as we go to a stoppage and play. 5:47 left in the first. 1-0 Ottawa. Back with more first period action next on the Florida Panthers Ready Network, presented by Baptist Health.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
As of 9 a.m. this morning, our EV trucking company is officially in operation.
Andrew's zero-emission trucks are driving the transportation category forward.
We'll make driving safer, easier, and less stressful. Now our technology needs to keep up with demand.
He needs to put pedal to the metal on hiring more software engineers.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Were you uninvited to game night? Do you play board games with the ferocious intensity of an iron-fisted oligarch? Have friends left game night asking, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Right now, during Mattress Firm's President's Day sale, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or mattressfirm.com for details.
5:47 to go, first period, 1-0. It's the Senators in front of the Panthers. Panthers fans, get ready to celebrate your team in style. Every time the Panthers score 3 or more in a game, you can score 2. Head over to Pliables the next day, rock in your Panthers gear, and enjoy a free Panthers Mood Color Bowl. Pliables, your slice of summer, anytime. Face off here, circle down to our left. Anton Lundell will be in the middle with Eetu Luostarinen and Jesper Boquist, Nico Mikkola, Dmitry Kulikov defensively, and winning the draw for Ottawa, one of the best in the business, Claude Giroux. He's a winger that takes a lot of the faceoffs. Over on that far side of the ice, Panthers hold the zone. And the puck played around the end boards, into the near corner. Luostarinen looking for it. Jesper Boquist has it. His pass to Mikkola.
Got battling behind the team.
Yeah, there was a tussle back behind the play. Luostarinen and Artem Zub. Puck played down to our right. You've got the guy with the really long last name and the guy with the really short last name. Head-to-head in the corner. And here's Dmitry Kulikov to play it down to our left. Thomas Chabot. He'll drag it along. Up to the neutral zone, down to our right. It's dumped into the Panthers end. Rims around the end boards. And a 2-on-2 scrum here in the near corner. Ekblad bats at it. Couldn't advance it along the boards. Forsling does, though. Handed on for Carter Verhaeghe. Given on to Barkov. Right side, Reinhart snaps it down to our left. And puck will be caught up to by Barkov. Near boards down to our left inside Ottawa territory. Verhaeghe then in the corner. He's shouldered hard by Chabot. Puck picked up by Nick Jensen. Couldn't clear for Ottawa. And now on a second chance, the Senators will get it out. Here's Jensen carrying it through the neutral zone. Wobbles one in on net that Bobrovsky scoops up. 4:32 left in the first, 1-0 Ottawa. And something I've noticed here, Billy, Thomas Chabot, we've seen him throw the body around more than I've ever seen him probably in this first period here. I think you're seeing an Ottawa team that, as Paul Maurice put it, has come of age. They've matured, and they seem just more confident in everything they're doing. I know a lot of that stems from the goaltending, but I'm sure credit goes to Trent. Along by Zoot. The Senators don't clear. Matthew Tkachuk right circle. A shot. Save Allmark. Tkachuk takes over again. Rattles it out to the right point. Kulikov across. One-timer Rodriguez kicked away by Allmark. Here on the near boards, Batherson tied up by Rodriguez. Rolls it up the near side. Brady Tkachuk got it to the line. Held in by Kulikov. Sent down higher than it, but it stays in play. Rodriguez. Matthew Tkachuk in the right corner. Headed ripped away by Klevin. In behind the net, the puck rolled off to the near boards by Travis Hamonic, and the Senators will get it out. 2-on-1, Batherson and Brady Tkachuk. Batherson right circle, toe drag in front, and Dmitry Kulikov stayed with him. Got down and blocked the shot as it was Batherson trying to maneuver to the front of the net, and Ottawa doesn't even get a shot on goal out of it.
Magnificent play by Kulikov, diving down onto his stomach, and Batherson tried to pull drag around the stick, and no way he could do that. It was better off just to shoot the puck or make a quick early pass to Brady Tkachuk. He did neither, and Kulikov broke up that play.
Here's Chabot up the near side. Uvis Balinskis held it in. Down and around the end boards it goes. Over on the far side, great for the loose puck. Amadio there for Ottawa. Gives on to Chabot. Walks in offensively, lost it, but Gaudette there to scoop it up. Plays it down behind the Panthers net. David Perron, Thomas Chabot left circle, shot saved Bobrovsky. Then he will hold that. 2:54 to go in the first. 1-0. Ottawa in front. The Panthers a pretty hefty shot advantage, but looks like Ottawa's starting to get their footing here a little bit.
They are. In the 6 shots that Ottawa has had, there's been a multitude of scoring chances in those. The last one here, Chabot is able to come down from his point position and take the pass from Perron and get to the top of the left faceoff circle and drift it Bobrovsky able to see it. On the other end, Linus Ullmark faced 15 shots, but he's seen a lot of pucks. And we know this Panther team's at their best. We saw it on the game-winning goal in St. Louis with Tkachuk, the redirections in front of traffic, causing problems for a goaltender. It especially holds true for a goaltender like Ullmark. We've seen him before. When he sees pucks, he makes saves. So there has to be a real imperative effort by the Panthers to get to that blue paint and make life miserable for Ullmark.
Here's Lou Ostarinen. He'll dump it down to our left. Puck goes around the end wall inside the Ottawa zone. Far side of the ice, picked up, punched along by Highmore. And then through the neutral zone, Claude Giroux here on the near side into Panthers territory. He'll drag it down low, get some help. And it's Ostapchuk here on the near boards. Knocked down by Ekblad. 2-on-2 scrum ensues. 2:27 to go in the first. 1-0 Ottawa. Highmore couldn't hang on to it. Maybe a 3-on-2 for the Panthers here. Lou Ostarinen, right side. Jesper Boquist slams on the brakes. Looks for a lane. Hands it down low. And Lou Ostarinen feeds it back up high for Jesper Boquist. But that one too hot to handle. Jumped over his stick. And the Panthers have to reload at center. Ottawa some fresh legs on. Jesper Boquist carries it in. Sharp angle try. And it's hauled in by Ullmark. 2:05 to go in the first. 1-0 Ottawa. Ullmark, very interesting, Billy. His regular season numbers against the Panthers, he's had the Panthers number, whether it's been with Ottawa, with Boston, with Buffalo, 13-3-1, 931, and a 2.38 goals against average. But the one playoff series,
that's all that matters.
Yeah, you go back to the 23 playoffs, and he had an implosion against the Panthers in that series.
Yeah, he did. There's some question marks whether he's banged up in that series or not. We'll never really know, but they kept him in there, too, for all that. Jeremy Swayman, they elected to go Ullmark almost the whole way until Game 7. Swayman finally got the call, but the Panthers definitely got the better of Ullmark in that historic season for Boston.
Puck play down to our left, and
the year he won the Vezina.
Yeah, that was the Vezina year. Matteo to Shabbat up the far side. Brady Tkachuk. It's given into the neutral zone. Ridley Gregg will dump it down to our right. And after for the Panthers, Nico Mikkola back over for Kulikov. Up the far side, Sam Reinhart. 92 seconds to go. First period, a 1-0 Ottawa lead on a goal from Brady Tkachuk. It's a power play tally for Ottawa. Up the far side, loose puck as the goaltender Ullmark tried to clear. Now it's Artem Zub, leads it along, and a race down to our right. Cole Reinhardt in a shot to save Bobrovsky. Highmore out to the line. Sanderson a drive and a save made by Bobrovsky on the one-timer. Some shoving out in front. 1:11 to go in the first. 1-0 Ottawa. And Sergei Bobrovsky making some big saves as the period goes along.
And you're right about Ottawa finding their footing, and they're getting some speed games, some rushes going. This time it's Cole Reinhardt able to beat Ekblad in a foot race, and he just kind of drives hard to the net. Then that follow-up shot coming, and then Bobrovsky's able to make both those saves. So some speed on display, and Cole Reinhardt, this is only game number 16 in his NHL career. Has one goal, almost added to that total for himself.
6-rounder back in 2020 was Cole Reinhardt. And it's spelled the same as Sam, except a D before the T.
Yeah.
There's a D in there. Off the face-off, the puck picked up Sanderson. Out to the line, long backhand, lob down, tipped wide, picked up near side. It's Cole Reinhardt leaving it here for Matthew Highmore. Highmore along the near boards, holds it down low for Ottawa. Here on the near boards, battle for a loose puck. As Forsling clubbed it along, it's kept in. Sanderson airmails it out of play. And we'll have a face-off upcoming. 46 seconds to go. First period, 1-0. Ottawa in front of the Panthers here in this one. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Panthers. Get all your Panthers tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, that's SeatGeek. Your ticket to great Panthers seats. The next Panthers game after this one, the 22nd. That's a Saturday night against the Seattle Kraken. Get your tickets, FloridaPanthers.com, SeatGeek.com, by calling the friendly folks at 954-835-PUCK. Now off the face-off, David Perron. Near corner, he's tied up. 38 seconds left in period number 1. Puck comes free. Perron reaching for it again. He's got it here on the near side. David Perron, 3 times he's been a St. Louis Blue, and I feel like before it's all said and done, he's got to go there a 4th time. Battle here in the near corner as the puck's caught up along the end boards. 20 seconds left here in the first period of play. And a penalty is going to be coming up here against the Panthers as we get into the very late stages.
Dude, this is a tough one to take with 11.7 seconds on the clock. A tripping call coming up in the Panthers in that battle down deep in the corner. It might be Mikkola headed to the penalty box for a couple of minutes.
Minor penalty for tripping.
That's the case. David Perron had it held up on the end boards, and they wanted to jar it free.
And they were just poking at the puck, and ended up being a tripping call.
David Perron, his first time in St. Louis, was a teammate of Keith Tkachuk. And now he's a teammate of Brady's.
Yeah, that's wild to think about, right? David Perron's played for a few teams outside of St. Louis. St. Louis 3 times, and then you got Anaheim, Vegas, Detroit, Ottawa, Edmonton, and Pittsburgh on that resume for Perron. And well over 1,000 games, over 1,100 games.
Here's Stützle at the line. Ottawa to the power play for the second time. Long shot, Brady Tkachuk. Bobrovsky shakes it off to the corner, and that's going to be enough to do it for period number 1. So 1-0 Ottawa through 20 minutes of play. We will have one of the Panthers coming your way from rinkside here in just a moment. The Panthers will be on the kill for 1 minute 49 seconds when the second period begins. Overall, if you're the Panthers, and this has been the case lately, a lot to like about that first period, though they do find themselves down 1, Billy, though I feel like it's almost a trait of a good team. Even when the Panthers have not gotten the results they've wanted lately, even if they find themselves down a goal, you still like a lot about the way it looks.
Yeah, they got scoring chances. The only complaint I would have is a lot of those scoring chances Allmark was able to get a look on, a beat on, and maybe more rebound opportunities, get to that blue paint, that dirty area. So that maybe materializes more here in the second period. 5-on-5 play, you look at the one area that Ottawa still continues to struggle at is the 5-on-5. Minus 15 goal differential there. Panthers plus 14. About 10 games ago, the Panthers were around even in the 5-on-5, and now you look where they're at with that plus 14 goal differential. They've got much better at even strength. The key here is against Ottawa. I mentioned how successful their power play is and how many opportunities they get. Well, they got one, and they capitalized on it.
Panthers will have a big penalty kill when the second period begins. Let's go downstairs outside the Panthers dressing room. We've got Panthers center Tomáš Nosek downstairs with us. Tomáš, Doug, Billy upstairs here with you. And just first, your thoughts on the opening 20 minutes. One of those games where I feel like everybody's ready to empty the tank. Am I right with the break coming up here?
Yeah, I mean, it's the last game before the break. There's no point to get easy. So, yeah, it's been pretty good tempo of the game, and just need to be a little bit more in the game and focus on the details.
Yeah, Thomas, evaluating that first period from a player standpoint down there on the bench, anything you'd like to see maybe change or get better at here in the second period?
Of course, yeah. We didn't get a good period overall, I think, and they got pretty good chances. I just need to keep things a little bit more simple, and we'll be good.
And Tomáš, I feel like lately you guys have been getting a lot of pucks to the net, especially early in games. Has that been something that's been emphasized? Just come out early and get pucks on net.
Yeah, for sure. Like, we try to be around the net and put the pucks in there, so create some second chance opportunities and be hungry, more hungry around the net and put some pucks in.
And Thomas, for yourself, just moving here to South Florida, coming into this dressing room after they win that Stanley Cup last year, what's the experience been like for yourself?
Oh, it's been great. I've been fortunate enough to play with those guys, and it's been phenomenal. I like it here. It's a great organization, great group of guys, and obviously nice weather also. So
yeah, there you go.
That's great.
Yes, it is. It's nice to have the flip-flops on some days, isn't it, Thomas?
That's right, yeah.
Tomáš Nosek, our guest downstairs outside the room after 1. Thank you so much for your time. As always, best of luck here the rest of the way tonight.
Thank you.
That is Tomáš Nosek of the Panthers downstairs outside the dressing room after 1 period of play. Yeah, I talked to him about that. He's one of those guys that he's seen different perspectives, because he really got his footing under him as a National Hockey Leaguer playing 4 seasons in Vegas. So he's been in a southern market before, if you will. He's played in a colder market before, broke in with Detroit, spent time in Boston, has been in New Jersey. He definitely said that he enjoys the sunshine on the way to practice in the morning.
Yeah, who doesn't? Especially some of these players that are driving the golf carts to practice, and that beautiful war memorial that they built, that practice rink's got all the bells and whistles. That does make a bunch of difference. So instead of the game rinks majorly used now just for games, a lot of the players live east, down towards the Fort Lauderdale, towards the water area, and it makes your days go by faster, quicker. All of a sudden you get home from practice and you're home immediately after a short drive, and you can say, well, the wife or whatever you want to do. You can take a quick bike ride, go around, check out, go lunch, sit outside. The days when I played here, that's what I really enjoyed, is that you weren't locked in. When I went up to Calgary and played, you're locked in your house or whatever, your condo, and all of a sudden you're hearing a lot of noise from the outside. Here you're just able to escape and get away, enjoy the sunshine, and the sunshine's good for you. When you get outside, it puts a smile on your face. So there's a lot of truth to coming down here and enjoying it as much as you can.
Yeah, I can confirm that. Bill Lindsay always walks in here with a smile on his face. So he's smiling right now.
So do you, buddy.
It must be the sunshine, or it's Manny Chang. He brightens our day, too. Folks, 1-0 Ottawa through 20 minutes of play. Kevin Rogers takes over next with the full rundown of the opening frame, also the JetBlue out-of-town scoreboard. 1-0 Ottawa through one period of play. Have you heard about El Car Wash, the official car wash of the Panthers? For less than the price of a tank of gas, you can enjoy unlimited express car washes at all 60-plus locations from Miami to Palm Beach to Naples to Orlando. Come through one of our eco-friendly and state-of-the-art locations for a high-quality, fast and fun wash. Go to elcarwash.com to find the location nearest you. Join Wash Save, El Car Wash, feel good, drive clean. That's something I'm adding to the to-do list during the break. Coming up, I have to go see our friends at El Car Wash.
I agree with that, my wife especially agrees with that. She's all over me.
Yeah,
get the cars washed finally, will you?
Well,
let's go to El Car Wash.
Join Wash Save, feel good, drive clean. That's going to be Bill Lindsay at El Car Wash coming up at some point in the next couple of weeks.
It's like they say, when you look good, you play good.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, clean your car. Yeah,
you'll feel good driving that thing down the street. 1-0 Ottawa through one period of play. Kevin takes over next on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts, all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
Have you heard about El Car Wash, the official car wash of the Florida Panthers? For less than the price of a tank of gas, you can enjoy unlimited express car washes at all 40-plus locations from Miami to Palm Beach to Naples and Orlando. If you are on your way to work, having a night on the town, or just need the refreshing feeling of a sparkly clean car, come through one of our eco-friendly and state-of-the-art locations for a high-quality, fast, and fun wash. Visit elcarwash.com to find the location nearest you. Join Wash Save. El Car Wash. Feel good, drive clean.
We have some breaking news that you Panthers fans are going to want to hear. It's official. SeatGeek is now the official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers. That's right. The deal is finalized, and SeatGeek is the newest member of the Panthers family. If you haven't heard the name yet, get used to it, because you'll be hearing it a lot more this season. SeatGeek, the new official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers. Your ticket to great Panthers seats.
Attention sports fans, when it comes to your health, don't just play defense, make the winning move with Solstice Dental Insurance. Whether you're looking for a PPO, HMO, or discount plan, Solstice has you covered. Our unique comprehensive dental and vision products ensure that you get the extensive coverage you need, all at an affordable price. With a national network and top-tier customer service, Solstice is your go-to teammate for championship smiles and clear vision. Join the winning team. Call Solstice today, 877-760-2247 or solsticebenefits.com, and score big on your dental insurance.
This is the first intermission report on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Presented by Baptist Health.
First intermission underway at Amerant Bank Arena. Panthers trail the Ottawa Senators 1-0. Kevin Rogers with you. Final game before the Four Nations Cup coming up next week. 2 weeks off the Panthers, then they'll host the Seattle Kraken coming up on Saturday, February 22nd. The Panthers right now atop the Atlantic Division, 33-20-3, 69 points, one up on Toronto. The Maple Leafs in Vancouver tonight. Tampa Bay sits in third after they won in Detroit this afternoon. Ottawa all alone in fourth with 62 points. The Senators looking to continue their move up the Atlantic Division. And before we review the first period, let's pause for station identification right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
The fastest game on ice.
Next Schmaltz, he's in. Schmaltz to step up, he scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. HD2 Boca Raton.
Sergei Bobrovsky starting in net for the Panthers tonight. Linus Ullmark in for Ottawa. The Panthers lost to the Senators 3-1 back in early October. As the Panthers looking for some revenge tonight. Ottawa off a pair of losses in Tampa to the Lightning this week. So they're trying to get on track. In the battle of the Tkachuk brothers, this time it was Brady Tkachuk who would put the Senators on the board, his 21st on the season. He gets one through Sergei Bobrovsky's legs, and the goal by Brady Tkachuk is 21st, the 6:38 mark of the first period. On the power play, assisted by Drake Batherson and Tim Stützle, so all the big guns in Ottawa involved in that goal, gives the Senators the 1-0 lead. And through 20 minutes of play, the Panthers with 16 shots on goal. And Linus Ullmark, he makes 16 saves, while Sergei Bobrovsky, 8 saves on 9 Ottawa shots. But the Panthers trail 1-0. Coming up, we will take a look at the JetBlue out-of-town scoreboard, also South Florida sports scene. All that is straight ahead. Panthers trail the Senators 1-0 through 1 right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Let's talk goals. You don't have to be a professional athlete to achieve them. You just need the right partner for the assist. And when it comes to your facility's landscape, there's no one better than Brightview, the official lawn care partner of the Florida Panthers. Go to brightview.com to see how our commercial landscape services can help you achieve your goals. Or call 844-235-7778 to set up your free consultation. That's 844-235-7778 or brightview.com.
Hey Panthers fans, get ready to score big with Jiffy Lube, the official oil change of your Florida Panthers. Just like our team on the ice, we're faster than ever. Skate by for an oil change or any other vehicle maintenance service you may need. You never need an appointment. Keep your ride as strong as our Panthers. We're here to keep you moving. For coupons and locations, go to JiffyLubeSpecials.com. Jiffy Lube, the official oil change of the Florida Panthers.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
Attention sports fans, when it comes to your health, don't just play defense, make the winning move with Solstice Dental Insurance. Whether you're looking for a PPO, HMO, or discount plan, Solstice has you covered. Our unique comprehensive dental and vision products ensure that you get the extensive coverage you need, all at an affordable price. With a national network and top-tier customer service, Solstice is your go-to teammate for championship smiles and clear vision. Join the winning team. Call Solstice today, 877-760-2247 or solsticebenefits.com and score big on your dental insurance.
First intermission continues at Amherst Bank Arena. Brady Tkachuk power play goal is 21st for Ottawa to give the Senators a 1-0 lead over the Panthers. Kevin Rogers with you. Let's take a look now at the JetBlue out-of-town scoreboard. JetBlue, you above all, busy night in the NHL. The Flyers a 1-0 lead over the Penguins early second period in Philadelphia. The Blue Jackets ahead of the Rangers in Columbus 2-1 in the second. Blackhawks led the Blues 2-0 after one, but St. Louis with 2 goals in a 10-second span. They've evened things up at 2 apiece there at Enterprise Center with under 18 minutes to go in the second period. Here's some good news. The Maple Leafs trail the Canucks 1-0 after one, starting the second period there in Vancouver. The Panthers a 1-point lead over the Maple Leafs atop the Atlantic Division. Coming up in a few minutes, the Sabres and Predators in Nashville, also Islanders and Wild in Minnesota. Then at 10 o'clock, Stars and Sharks in San Jose. Islanders and the Kraken and Flames, also at 10 o'clock in Calgary. Ducks and Kings wrap up the night at 10:30 in Los Angeles. Now to the finals. The Devils blank the Canadiens in Montreal 4-0. Lightning score 4 in the first. They cruise past the Red Wings 6-3. Detroit's 7-game winning streak is snapped. Speaking of 7 goals for the Hurricanes, a 7-3 victory over Utah this afternoon. And the Golden Knights, they edge the Bruins in Boston 4-3. Coming up, we'll take a look at the South Florida sports scene, then bring it back for the second period at Amherst Bank Arena as the Panthers trail the Senators 1-0 right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
Tabañero Hot Sauce is bringing the heat to the rink this game day, folks. As the official hot sauce of the Florida Panthers, enjoy Tabañero today at any concession stand at the Amerant Bank Arena. We've got it in every flavor: original, sweet and spicy, curry habanero, and extra hot. Their premium sauce blends are crafted right here in South Florida from all-natural, locally sourced ingredients. And the party doesn't have to stop after the stadium. Take Tabañero home with you by visiting your local Florida retail stores. Savor the flavor of Tabañero.
Your fishing gear is loaded, lunch is packed, the boat's gassed up, everything you need for an awesome day on the water. Well, not everything. You should also bring along your boating safety education. So be sure to take a Florida boating safety course. Know before you go. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family. You'll have more fun out on the water. You can take a course in a classroom or online. To learn more, visit Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission at myfwc.com.
Funky Buddha is back as the official craft brewery of your Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Funky Buddha brings the taproom fun to Amerant Bank Arena, where you can grab an ice-cold gloves-off IPA, brewed exclusively for the Florida Panthers and their fans. Party with them all year long at their brewery in Oakland Park, where you can catch all the Panthers action with their signature selection of innovative brews. Or stop by your closest retailer and bring Funky Buddha home with you. No matter where you're watching, they'll be right there with you. Cheers and go Cats! Funky Buddha Brewery, Oakland Park, Florida. Please drink responsibly.
First intermission continues at Amerant Bank Arena. Panthers trail the Senators 1-0. Kevin Rogers with you. Quick look at the South Florida sports scene. College basketball earlier today. Miami, they battled, but they lost at Louisville 88-78. Meanwhile, the Florida Gators upset the number one team in the country as they beat Auburn on the road 90-81. Up next, it is the second period from Amerant Bank Arena. Brady Tkachuk is 21st for the Senators. Has given Ottawa a 1-0 lead. Panthers look for the equalizer coming up as Doug and Billy have the call. The second period right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Make pet care stress-free with Pet Meds, official partner of the Florida Panthers and trusted platform for pet health. From puppies and kittens to seniors, Pet Meds offers top brands for healthy foods, flea and tick prevention, medications, and more. Every order comes with a surprise for your furry family. Don't miss Dr. Cuddle's Ready Rescue, a must-have detoxifier for emergencies. Visit petmeds.com and use promo code Panthers for 20% off site-wide. Pet Meds, care you trust to keep pets happy and healthy throughout their lives. Funky Buddha is back as the official craft brewery of your Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Funky Buddha brings the taproom fun to Amerant Bank Arena, where you can grab an ice-cold gloves-off IPA, brewed exclusively for the Florida Panthers and their fans. Party with them all year long at their brewery in Oakland Park, where you can catch all the Panthers action with their signature selection of innovative brews. Or stop by your closest retailer and bring Funky Buddha home with you. No matter where you're watching, they'll be right there with you. Cheers and go Cats! Funky Buddha Brewery, Oakland Park, Florida. Please drink responsibly.
Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers with you. Manny Chang is our on-set engineer. Trevor Harris back at studio control. It's the Panthers and the Ottawa Senators. Your SeatGeek road ahead. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Panthers seats. Well, after this, it's about a 2-week break for the Four Nations face-off, and then the Panthers will be home against the Seattle Kraken coming up 2 weeks from tonight, the 22nd of this month. They'll have Seattle in town. FloridaPanthers.com, SeatGeek.com, 954-835-PUCK to get your tickets. All rights to this broadcast are reserved. Any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Florida Panthers or the National Hockey League is expressly prohibited. Face-off on the way from center, and it's the Panthers down a man for 1:49. Nico Mikkola remains in the box for the Panthers, serving a tripping minor. Left to right in red go the Panthers. In white, right to left, the Ottawa Senators here in the middle frame. And the Senators will control to start the period. Claude Giroux won a draw there. So Jake Sanderson backed up inside the Ottawa end. He'll give it across to Giroux. Scoots out to center. Left side, Stützle in over the line. Lost it. And the puck rolls down behind the Panthers net. The Senators pounce on it. Pass near side, Brady Tkachuk. He'll wind it around. It goes out of play. 23 seconds off the clock in the second. 1:26 left in the Mikkola penalty. Billy Lindsay, what's the key here in the second period beyond just killing off the next 126?
Yeah, get through this. But you got to make life more miserable for Ullmark. And Thomas Nosek in that interview kind of alluded to that it was okay in that first period, but there's another level that this Panther team can get to, and got to get through this penalty kill and ramp it up.
Here on the near side, it's Stützle down to the corner. Ripped back along Batherson, Stützle, Sanderson across, and it's Giroux back up top. Sanderson looks left point. Stützle, center of the blue line, then controls the backhand, shifts it over for Batherson. Batherson here in the near circle. A shot kicked away by Bobrovsky over on the far boards. It's handled by Stützle, and then Sanderson takes over center point. Left side, Giroux whips it across. They work it around. Brady Tkachuk tried to center it for Batherson, couldn't get it through, and the Panthers get a clear from Gus Forsling. 53 seconds to go in the penalty to Nico Makela. Ottawa bolts along right to left across your radio. Stützle in over the Panthers line. Left side, Brady Tkachuk down for Stützle. Out to the point, Sanderson. Long wrist shot just wide through traffic over on the far boards. This one is held by David Perron. Gives it across. It's Stützle. A shot tipped on goal. And a save made by Bobrovsky. Was positioned in the right spot. Able to make the save. Sam Reinhart rolls on a long. Barkov out of the zone. 25 seconds on the penalty kill as Barkov dumps it down to our right. Into the Ottawa end. Sanderson back for it. He immediately rushes it ahead.
Brady Tkachuk cruising through the middle. Gets a piece of it. Redirects it. Bobrovsky makes a tough save. Brady Tkachuk 4 shots in the opening period. Matthew Tkachuk 4 shots. So with the Tkachuk brothers getting the puck towards the net.
Gaudette near side, Shabbat. Power play for Ottawa winding down. Perron near side down to the corner. Ridley Gregg has it in the near circle. Backhand across. Shabbat back to 5-on-5 as Mikula released from the penalty box. Back to the end boards, down to our left, a 2-on-2 scrum. Ridley Gregg, far corner for Ottawa. Punched it out toward the line, intercepted Anton Lundell to center. He'll roll it along, near side, Nick Jensen after it. Backhand up the near boards, has Shabbat. Feeds it ahead for Ridley Gregg, in over the Panthers line. Backhand swept down behind the Panthers net. Forsling after it. There for Ottawa was Highmore. He couldn't hang on to it. Over to the far corner, Sam Bennett. He'll play it off to the near side, but it's kept down low by Ostapchuk for Ottawa. They work it to the side of the goal, and Highmore will find it. Winds it around. Far side. Played back down low, Hamonic. Right corner, it's Highmore. He's crunched there by Bennett and taken down hard. Loose puck over on that far side. Sam Bennett will maneuver along the boards. Had it ripped away. Amadio for Ottawa over on that far side. He lost it. Bennett finds it. He plays it on. Here's Tkachuk handing it on for Evan Rodriguez as the Panthers work down to our right. Evan Rodriguez to the end boards. Matthew Tkachuk finds it. Pass out to the line. Mikula, then a drive and a save made by Ullmark on Uvis Balinskis. 16:59 to go in the second. Some shoving off to the side of the Ottawa net. Matthew Tkachuk involved there, and well, the face-off upcoming inside the Ottawa end. Our game's your way all season long. Panthers fans, build the perfect plan for you with our Panthers Flex plans. Choose the best combination of games that fit your schedule. Go to FloridaPanthers.com or call 954-835-PUCK for more information on Flex plans and to secure your game day seats today. Face-off near circle down to our right inside the Ottawa zone.
Nice forechecking pressure by Brady Tkachuk. Steals the puck, gets it back, and again, another shot by Uvis Balinskis. Nobody there, and just swallowing up rebounds is Linus Ullmark. Those second opportunities have not been laying around for the Panthers to get to. That's why there has to be someone in his face. Right. Paul Maurice would probably tell you the same thing.
Yeah, puck played out to the neutral zone. Ullmark has been able to maintain a pretty clear line of sight. A lot of the pucks that have gone his way this evening. Puck angled down to our left by Paul Reinhart. After it for the Panthers, Tomas Nosek up the far side. Puck played through neutral ice. Now down to our right once again, controlling for Ottawa. It's Reinhart. Sidesteps some pressure from Gadjevich. Tossed the puck across the ice, and it's Matt Paulo up the ice then for Shabbat. Here on the near side, Batherson fumbles one away. Nosek able to clear for the Panthers. Out to center, Verhage there. It's ripped away by Ridley Gregg, and now we've got an offside call and some shoving over there on the far side of the ice, right in front of the bench. And
don't mind some of this.
Involved, and now everything seems to be settled for the time being. 16:19 left in the second, and a 1-0 Ottawa lead is on the board.
Raise the temperature. Get in some scrums, some fights. Not fights, but hits. Physical battle. Ottawa's fourth in the NHL in hits. The Panthers are number one, which is pretty amazing considering they're the second best puck possession team in the NHL. Usually when you have the puck all the time, you're the one getting hit. To be number one in the NHL with that kind of puck possession is rarely ever seen. You take a look at Carolina, Edmonton, bottom two teams in hits. There's two other puck possession teams.
Pass out of the zone. Stutzla for Brady Tkachuk. Has a lane right side. Slides it across. Sanderson, a shot. A save. Bobrovsky got across to the right pad. Another try. Right circle. Brady Tkachuk stopped by Bobrovsky. This time got from his right to his left. Two big saves for Bobrovsky. Keeps the Panthers within one. 15:52 to go here in the second as the puck's played down to our right into the Ottawa zone. A turnover. Sanderson lost it. A shot off the goal post. Loose in front as Matthew Tkachuk flanked one off the post, and David Perron will clear for Ottawa. Back in go the Panthers. It's Barkov left side for Higgy. A drive wide. Here to the near point, a shot. Ekblad loose in front. Picked up by Stutzla. And he lost control of the puck, and then he fell over in the far corner. Stutzla on for Sanderson.
Coming up against Ottawa for slashing. Panthers going to go back to the man advantage.
Is this going to be Stutzla? No, it won't. Looks like it's going to be Artem Zub.
Artem Zub downstairs. Redirection in front from Matthew Tkachuk. And these Matthew and Brady are putting on a show for both sides. Have both been equally impressive in this game. Last one, Tkachuk came down, got shot, and then, a 2-on-1, and then feathered it over to Sanderson, who is an elite skater. He can fly. Jumped up in the play, took the shot, the rebound came to Brady Tkachuk for the second attempt.
Third Panthers power play of the game presented by Publix. And we'll get back to the action here, but a thought on what led to it in just a moment here is over on that far side, Nate Schmidt looks across for Sam Bennett. Bennett in front, Rodriguez far circle, a shot. Lundell stopped by Omar, puck paddled to the corner. Lundell finds it out to the line, Schmidt. And as the second unit starts off this power play down behind the net, Eetu Luostarinen takes over. Luostarinen, Lundell, far corner for the Panthers, down to a right in the offensive end. Schmidt across, pass away from Bennett, picked up loose here along the near boards. Rodriguez got to it, and he'll wind it around. Far side, Lundell. Down behind the net, off to the near corner. Rodriguez lays a backhand out to the right point. Long shot, Schmidt, and that one's kicked away by Allmark with the left pad to the near corner. It goes back behind the net. Shabbat. He'll find Jensen, who clears. Really, that sequence before the penalty was called, Stutzla saw Sam Bennett coming and absolutely panicked with the puck.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
That'll. And Bennett's getting back to his old ways of being a physical presence and getting on the score sheet and drive so much of the energy that comes the Panthers' way.
Now a chance as Tkachuk tried to find Sam Reinhart. Loose back behind the net. I have to clarify when I say Tkachuk to Reinhart because that could apply to either team.
Yes.
Here in this scenario tonight.
And we got to call some first names this evening.
Puck played down to our left by Sanderson, and Ridley Gregg on the end boards got there first, but it's ripped away. Sam Reinhart up the far side. Matthew Tkachuk cross ice. He'll take over. Matthew Tkachuk on the wing, looks over, high slot, a shot. Barkov stopped by Allmark, just got the arm out to knock that away, and Barkov places it down behind the net then for Sam Reinhart. Near side, Matthew Tkachuk out of the right circle, looks around. Matthew Tkachuk, right circle, shot, and he scores! Matthew Tkachuk ties the game! A power play goal for Matthew Tkachuk with 13:42 left in the second. All kinds of patience. He picked his spot and he found it, and this game's all knotted up.
You're right, all kinds of patience. More patience in the hospital on that one. All around, everyone looking for Reinhart in the bumper position. They're playing soft on the box, and everyone is collapsed down to Reinhart, and Tkachuk is looking for the middle. He's looking for the back door. He comes around the net and is able to just stop up at the bottom of the right faceoff circle. Left-handed shot, beat Allmark over the pad underneath the blocker. A perfectly placed shot. But he was looking for a pass, and they were collapsed down in that four-man box. And I mentioned last game here at home that they had opportunities like that and get it back to the point or whatever. But there's a same thing by Matthew, just having the time and knowing that there's not a pass anywhere to be taken, and just take matters into your own hand and get the shot on net and able to tie this game up at one. And what a role Matthew Tkachuk is on. That's a 6-game point streak for him. 7 goals in that 6 games.
Puck play down to our left, an icing call against Ottawa. Took 23 shots, but the Panthers finally solved Linus Allmark tonight. He's tied at 1.
Yeah, Matthew Tkachuk is really starting to go here for the Panthers. And that game-winning goal against St. Louis, and he's been active in and around it tonight.
Well, after Brady scored his 21st of the year back in the first on the power play, Matthews scores his 22nd of the year here in the second on the power play. Off the draw, Matthew Tkachuk to the net. Tipped out front by Bennett, just over the net. Rodriguez here in the near corner with it. Up top, Kulikov. A drive redirected save. Allmark pinballing puck, and it was just out of the reach of Evan Rodriguez. Out in front, almost had a glorious opportunity to give the Panthers a 1-goal lead. Now Brady Tkachuk angles one down to our left, and this one's going to be picked up by Nico Mikla. A long outlet to Matthew Tkachuk, just skipped away, and Shabbat lobs it over the Panthers line. It's put on net. Bobrovsky, a big save there as Cole Reinhardt was able to get the shot away. Over in the far circle, Reinhardt finds it again. Saucers to the left, point Shabbat. Over to the right side, bouncing puck in front. Evan Rodriguez able to scoot away with it. Has it on that far side, and he will toss one out to center. Jensen back for Shabbat. In go the Senators quickly. Shabbat looking out front, and the pass deflected away from a couple of Senators cruising to the net. In go the Panthers then. Tomasz Nosek on the right wing. He'll head in, looks out front, couldn't connect with Gadjevich, intercepted. Ostapchuk drags it back behind the Ottawa net, and he will play it up the far side for the defenseman Tyler Klevin, who backpedals into his own zone under some pressure then from Nosek. Dodged a check from Nosek, and then he got away from Gadjevich as well. Threw it away along the near boards, but gets some help from Gaudette. He looks across for Jensen. On go the Senators. Drop past the line. Nobody home for Ottawa. Gus Forsling right back the other way. Into the offensive end, left side of the circle. Forsling shot. He zipped it wide. Rims around. Ekblad held it in near side, but it's picked up and cleared by Perron. Ekblad tossed it back the other way. The Senators have it. Klevin on for Perron. Angles it down to our left, and Gus Forsling is there. Off the short glass, got it out. Panthers charge in offensively. Here on the near side, A.J. Greer. He'll find Sam Reinhart. Reinhart here on the near boards. Bumped by Gaudette. Puck to the corner. And Zub dumped over by Greer. The puck played on by Amadio. Out come the Ottawa Senators. Right to left across your radio. Sanderson will drive it down to our left, and Bobrovsky stops it behind the goal. Ottawa interchange, and the Panthers will break out.
Artem Zub, not the particular player you want leading the 3-on-2. He made a drop pass to Gaudette, and Gaudette was not there. It led to a 4-on-2 jailbreak coming back the other way for the Panthers. Forsling jumping up in the rush, narrowly missed.
Here's Batherson, backhand center ice, off the skate of Zub. And Reinhardt here on the near side for Barkov. Had it pulled away, and now backpedaling to the Panthers line, Nate Schmidt. Cross ice for Reinhardt. He'll dump it down to our right. Back behind the net. It's played around by Sanderson. Ridley Gregg then for Artem Zub. And the Panthers hold the zone. Jesper Boquist for Hagee in front. Lundell looks off to Boquist. Pass behind him. Fields on a bounce. Back behind the net. Carter for Hagee. Off the near circle. A shot. And that's stopped by Allmark. Back behind the net. Jesper Boquist to the far circle. To the line to drive. Mikla. Save made. Allmark. He can't find it. He's got it covered in the goalie gear, it looks like. And he'll hold on to it out beyond the top of the goal crease. Had it the whole time, and the whistle blows. So 10-10 left in the second. 1-1 the score. We'll bring it back for more in a moment on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Hey Panthers fans, get ready to score big with Jiffy Lube, the official oil change of your Florida Panthers. Just like our team on the ice, we're faster than ever. Skate by for an oil change or any other vehicle maintenance service you may need. You never need an appointment. Keep your ride as strong as our Panthers. We're here to keep you moving. For coupons and locations, go to JiffyLubeSpecials.com. Jiffy Lube, the official oil change of the Florida Panthers. Cheers to champions. Manos Wine has teamed up with the Florida Panthers to celebrate the 2024 Stanley Cup champions. Introducing our exclusive collection of deep-edged, hand-painted wines and sparkling metallic red bubbly, each featuring unique championship designs. Whether you're toasting to victory at home or celebrating with friends, these limited edition bottles are a must-have for every Panthers fan. Shop now at manoswine.com or find us at your local liquor store. Raise your glass to the champions, because every victory deserves a great wine.
Panthers fans, score big on game day at Stoner's Pizza. Every game day, buy a large cheese or pepperoni pizza and get one of the same variety free. With fresh ingredients and daily handmade dough, Stoner's Pizza is the perfect pairing for puck drop. Order in-store or online at stonerspizzajoint.com and use code GOCATS. Stoner's Pizza, the official pizza of the Florida Panthers. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
10 to go here in the second. 1-1, Panthers and the Senators. 1-1. It's Matthew Tkachuk and Brady Tkachuk all rounded up here in this one tonight. Just announced multi-platinum rock band Disturb, rocking Amerant Bank Arena April 18th. Special guest Daughtry and Nothing More celebrate 25 years of the Sickness. 2 sets, 1 show. Get your tickets now. SeatGeek at AmerantBankArena.com.
That wasn't disturbing. Celebrating 21 years of the Sickness?
25 years.
25 years.
Far point, it's Gus Forsling, a shot, and that's pushed away by the goal stick of Allmark to the far corner of Stopchuk up the far side. Forsling held it in. That'll be a good show for the folks on hand.
I'll take your word for it.
Here's Barkov down to the near corner. Lays it out to the line. Ekblad down here on the near side. Barkov shot into traffic. Loose in front. Reinhardt Verhaeghe, a shot in close. Save Allmark not once but twice. Stopping Verhaeghe on the doorstep. 9:46 to go in the second. 1-1 the score.
You're starting to get to the front of the net. Your players are battling hard. This time it's Reinhardt making a commitment there. Now life is becoming much harder for Allmark. This time he doesn't see the puck, and because of that Barkov shot and Reinhardt in front, there's allowed to be a rebound. And it comes out, Reinhardt's able to kick it over to Verhaeghe, and a really excellent save by Allmark to be able to find that puck through traffic and corral it with his glove as Verhaeghe came close. But even after Kulikov taking a point shot, you had a redirection before he went to break. Mikkola, the same thing. Now it's starting to play out a little bit better for the Panthers, a little bit more hungrier. If you do that, put pressure against Ottawa, now you're on to something. And after that power play goal, the ice has been tilted in the Panthers' favor.
Luostarinen winds one around the offensive end, poked out of the zone by David Perron. We're past the halfway point here. 9:38 left in the second. 1-1 the score. Panthers and the Senators. Panthers in red, left to right. Ottawa in white, right to left. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers with you. Panthers charge into the offensive end. Boquist, Schmidt in front for Boquist, and that one just wide. Was looking for the deflection. Down behind the net, Jesper Boquist crashing in. Puck takes a hop to the side of the goal, and Allmark there to cover it. 9:21 left in the second. 1-1 is the score. It's the Panthers and the Ottawa Senators here tonight. And a face-off coming inside the Ottawa zone.
A lot of Ottawa stuff just come off the rush. And now you're starting to see that forechecking pressure take over for the Panthers. And this is when I love it best, if it continues at this style. And can you stay with the Panthers when they're like this for the remaining of the game? If it just keeps coming wave after wave as it has after this power play goal, it's been determination. Get down in there and keep Ottawa hemmed in their own zone. When Panthers are at their best, they just wear teams down.
Off a draw, the Senators have it. Ridley Gregg clears. A race down to our left. Uvis Balinskis didn't advance it in front. A pass high more to Amadio. Missed him on the feed. Down behind the net to our left, it's Reinhardt. Sam Reinhardt to Alexander Barkov here on the near side. Couple of Ottawa Senators in there against him. And Barkov looked to drop it back for Reinhardt. Now he's tied up. And a battle here on the near side. Ridley Gregg and looks like he and Nate Schmidt.
Greg took a penalty.
Yeah, he gave Nate Schmidt a bit of a face wash. Now they battle. That's Reinhardt down there. And now the Panthers will charge out of the zone. There is going to be a Panthers power play coming up here. Sam Reinhardt to the offensive end. Backhand out front to flex wide. Far corner, it's Matthew Tkachuk out to the line. And Nico Mikkola sends it across Sam Reinhardt's side of the net. Carter Verhaeghe back up top. Matthew Tkachuk at the blue line. Lobs it to the net. Tip, they score! Tipped in front. And that one took a redirection past Allmark, and it looks like Barkov may have gotten a piece of that out in front of the net. 2-1 Panthers. They cash in during the delayed penalty situation.
They get the extra attacker on the ice, and they have some patience with it. Matthew Tkachuk just walks it up around the blue line, got his head up the whole way, and just fires it at the net where there's multitude of bodies. Might have been a double deflection. Mikkola might have got a piece of it before it actually went to Barkov. How are you going to see that as a goaltender? Good luck. But Barkov's able to tap it down between the legs of Linus Allmark. 6-on-5, goaltender to the bench. Another assist from Matthew Tkachuk. Barkov on the board, and the numbers of Tkachuk, Barkov, and Reinhardt are starting to put up is pretty amazing. Last 5 games coming in, Barkov, Reinhardt, Tkachuk have combined for 10 goals, 17 assists, 27 points. and they are adding those numbers this evening. And well-placed attack, but it's just more, you can see there's just way, way more commitment to make traffic in front of Volmark, and that time he had the double screen, and I'm not sure if Mikla got a piece of it. If not, he came dangerously close.
I think it was the double deflection, and just what it illustrates, Billy, is what you mentioned a few moments ago. The Panthers, as this game goes along, they're starting to take over ownership of the front of the net down in the Ottawa zone. Puck played out to the line. Kulikov, a shot. It's off a body hit Clevin. And Stützle will head up the ice. Right side, in goes Giroux. Then Stützle, he'll roll it to the side of the goal. Giroux along the near side. It's Panthers regathering control. And Matthew Tkachuk will have it down to our left inside the Panthers. And rink wide Kulikov sends it ahead down to our right. Picked up by Clevin. Barkov does get credit for the goal. Clevin, long outlet, tipped along by Brady Tkachuk down to our left. Tomas Nosek there to play it. He'll give it to Ekblad across again. Nosek into the neutral zone. Plays it ahead. It's A.J. Greer trying to split the defense, but catching up to him was Shabbat. And the Senators will regather control. Cole Reinhardt far side. Flips one down to our left. A race for it. Ekblad, Gaudette. They battle for the loose puck to the end boards. Ostapchuk to the near point. It's Shabbat there. Backs up, long shot. Hit a skate. Didn't get through. And on it now for Ottawa is Gaudette. Here on the near boards. It's played down low by Ostapchuk. Here in the near corner, backing up to the line, dragging it off to the far boards. It was Highmore, and the puck stolen away, still loose over on that far side of the ice. Picked up and sent out of the zone by Forsling, and down to our right. Travis Hammond to play it for Ottawa, gives across to Shabbat, pass straight on. In go the Senators. Batherson to the net, a shot, save Bobrovsky, and then the follow-up pushed wide by Batherson. On the near boards, Gadjevich able to clear for the Panthers. And Ottawa starts back quickly. Sanderson up the right side. Batherson shakes along the boards in front of chance, and it's put wide. Then Bobrovsky was bumped into hard by the forward charging in. That's Highmore, and that's going to really start something down to our left as we've got a Panther on top of Highmore. I think it might be Anton Lundell down there in the middle of it all.
Taking exception to that run to the goaltender, and Highmore, I'm not sure he made an attempt to get out of the way. We'll get a second look at it as Highmore, that puck in front, just collided hard with Sergei Bobrovsky. Clear goaltender interference. See if they tap anything on top of this as Lundell, to his credit, went after him immediately. Same thing with Ekblad. See if Highmore gets the only one called, but there was contact with Bobrovsky as Highmore was going hard to the net. Looks like Lundell will be going to the penalty box, and see what else is going to come out of this.
Well, our officials are huddled up here. 6:08 to go in the second. 2-1 the Panthers in front.
Ginevere.
Highmore goes off.
Brandon Blendina. Highmore's off, and Lundell is in the box. See if, and now Lundell's coming out of the box.
Ottawa penalty, 2-minute minor for goaltender interference.
That's going to be the only call. We'll head to an official timeout. Panthers a power play from Publix when we come back. 2-1, Panthers over the Senators. This is the Florida Panthers Radio Network presented by Baptist Health. We are going to keep it locked right here. 6:08 to go in the second period. 2-1 the Panthers over the Ottawa Senators. And we'll wait until we get a word from studio control that we're able to go to the commercial break. But the Panthers will have a power play from Publix coming up here in just a moment. Now let's go to the commercial timeout. This is the Panthers Radio Network presented by Baptist Health.
We're going to go with Doug for a second until we get the official word. Sounded like we had an official word there, but let's do it.
We're just going to keep it locked right here.
Let's do our own infomercial ads here. You got something to pull up? You got something to read? You got some reads?
I thought about buying a Super Bowl ad for the Panthers Radio Network for tomorrow night, but we don't have the funds for that.
Good luck with that.
It's not the budget.
Oh, that's not many people's budget. Good hockey game tonight, though. What's impressive about this is Matthew Tkachuk, another couple points this evening, and Barkov leading the charge. And there was a while there where the Panthers were slumping, and they were getting by with some of their secondary scoring. But a lot of it, Barkov, Verhaeghe, Bennett, Tkachuk, you could go down the list. All of them were struggling. Now the Panthers winning games, and it is no secret. Their star players have risen to the occasion in the last handful of games, and that's a good sign right before this Four Nation break. As the Panthers are getting better defensively all around Paul Maurice, everything that this team wants to do, seem that they're getting better at. And you look at their defensive metrics analytically, very, very similar to where they were at last year. And to combine that here, a power play opportunity to extend the lead would really be big as you trying to add on to that one-goal cushion.
Face off to the right of Hallmark, down to our right inside the Ottawa zone as we get back to business here on a Panthers power play presented by Publix. Sanderson's going to fling it all the way down to our left, and Bobrovsky taps it to Ekblad. Ekblad up the ice for the Panthers, swerves around Giroux, then hands it back for Sam Reinhart, drags it across the Panthers logo at center, and it's dumped down to our right. Puck goes off to the far corner. Barkov winds it around near side. It's Tkachuk out to the line. Ekblad there, right point. Sent down to the corner, Barkov. Barkov out to Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk looks over, far circle off the skate of Verhaeghe, down behind the net, loose puck side of the goal, squirts to the side of the net, and on it is the goaltender, Ullmark. 5:32 left in the second, 2-1. It's the Panthers out in front of the Ottawa Senators here this evening with 1:24 left in the Panthers power play presented by Publix.
Panthers a power play goal now in 7 of their last 9 games, 6 of 8 coming in. And those 6 games that they had a power play goal, they won them all. The 2 that they didn't ended up in losses. So the power play, big difference here recently for the Panthers. So nice to have that power play goal from Matthew Tkachuk, looking for another one.
Artem Zub tried to clear, couldn't. Verhaeghe to Tkachuk. Now it's Verhaeghe. Ekblad straight on at the blue line. Looks right. Sam Reinhart, top of the right circle. Pass to the corner. Matthew Tkachuk, Sam Reinhart. Matthew Tkachuk, Ekblad. One-timer tipped off the side of the goal by Barkov. Picked up here in the near corner, and Sanderson will fire it all the way down.
How many redirection goals, tip goals, you look at that Barkov goal this team gets combined. They got to be the best in the league.
Barkov in close. Pass out front. Sam Reinhart tied up there by Artem Zub. And Aaron Ekblad plays it down to the corner. Verhaeghe, far side, juggles, 2-on-2 battle, far corner boards, down to our right. Sam Reinhart around, Matthew Tkachuk out of the near corner, high slot Ekblad, one-timer, and it got through Hallmark, but just trickled wide. The Senators failed to clear. Ekblad held it in at the line. Barkov, far circle down toward the corner. Barkov, left side half boards Verhaeghe. Barkov behind the net, Verhaeghe, bottom of the left circle. To the dot, looks up top. Ekblad, Barkov, right circle. Out to Ekblad again. Back to Barkov in the right circle. Barkov across. Far side, Reinhart holds along the boards. Reinhart lays it in front. Matthew Tkachuk has shot wide. Off the end boards, Verhaeghe. Barkov down to Verhaeghe, right circle, side of the net. Matthew Tkachuk pass out front. And Artem Zub able to intercept that one. Out comes Highmore from the penalty box. Back to 5-on-5. A successful Ottawa penalty kill as Ekblad sends it along. In goes Jesper Boquist. Left side, Eetu Luostarinen. Shouldered over on the far boards. Jesper Boquist stays with it. Gives to Anton Lundell. Jesper Boquist in front, Eetu Luostarinen. And he fanned on a pass. It's cleared out by Stützle. Brady Tkachuk up the near side for the Ottawa Senators. Whips it on goal from a sharp angle. And that one took a hop out toward the slot area. The Panthers maintain control. Nate Schmidt now. It's going to be carried in. Forsling a shot. And he scores! Gus Forsling gives the Panthers a 3-1 lead from the high slot. Just let a wrister go. And he beat Ullmark.
Just a stunning play by Forsling. I watched this develop down deep in the Panthers' end. And as soon as the Panthers broke the puck up and that sharp angle shot by Tkachuk came off the iron side of the net, whatever it was, and came out in the slot. A couple of Senators cut behind the net, and all of a sudden Forsling took off. Realized that he could beat everyone up the ice, and the D were backed off. There wasn't good gap control, and he took it right down the gullet, let a wrister go, and was able to beat Ullmark. Of all the shots, Ullmark was able to see this one clear as day, and Forsling just simply beat him. Mano-mano, man against man, and the wrist shot too much for Ullmark. But what a play from his own end. After that shot goes wide, get a couple people caught, and that skating ability of Forsling was on display there.
Now in front, A.J. Greer tried to go between the legs and almost converted. as the puck's carried out by Perron. Dumped down to our left inside the Panthers zone. Back behind the net. Loose puck, and it's pounced on by A.J. Greer. Handed along, it's Gadjevich. 3-on-2. Nico Mikkola hops in the rush. He'll give back to Gadjevich. Right circle, and he'll punch one to the net, but it's off the defenseman Jensen. Over on the far boards, Perron will clear. Nico Mikkola backed up to the Panthers blue line. It's given back for Nate Schmidt. 2:49 to go in the second. 3-1 Panthers. Panthers starting to really take control here in this one. Sam Bennett walks in, sends it down to the far corner, and then a tussle for the loose puck. On it is Reinhardt for Ottawa. Look to clear. It's held in by Uvis Balinskis. Down behind the net, Bennett. He's pressuring against Shabbat to the near board. Shabbat for a stop chuck onto the zone. Highmore clearing pass, but it didn't connect, and the Panthers will reset in the neutral zone. Balinskis dumps it in. Down to our right, back behind the net, Evan Rodriguez. Short feed, Matthew Tkachuk tried to thread it out front for Bennett, couldn't connect. Here on the near boards then, the puck cleared by Highmore. Back at the Panthers line, Forsling plays it on for Rodriguez, and in he goes over the Ottawa line. Drops it back to Chuck Bennett. One-timer, he scores! Sam Bennett on the one-timer upstairs. He got a hold of that one. No chance for Allmark, and the Panthers take a 4-1 lead.
Long line change here in the second period. Panthers take full advantage of it. Ottawa, and it gets caught in the line change, leads to a 3-on-2 coming the other way because of a player changing. And all of a sudden, they are able to capitalize. Rodriguez to Tkachuk, and then over to Bennett, who just pulverizes some vulcanized rubber as he just lays into one and just goes crossbar down as it's set up on a tee. And that was from the ladies' tees. He let one go. No chance there. Is just comes sliding over, and Bennett crank and spank and add to the lead. That's three-goal cushion for the Panthers here late in the second. What a shot, what a pass, what a development, but all caused by a bad line change by the Senators.
Far corner, a bouncing puck. It goes on to play. 1:43 to go in the second period. 4-1 Panthers. Studio control. Are we able to take a commercial break yet? Sounds like we may. No, we are not able to. Live radio, Billy.
Live
Anything
radio
can happen. So we're going to stay right here and keep playing the hits for you because we aren't able to take a commercial timeout just yet. Taking you behind the scenes, folks. Peeling back the onion, wondering why we haven't gone to commercial. It's because, folks, we can't. So that's why we're going to keep it right here throughout the media timeout. We've got, again, always great to honor our City Furniture hero among us each and every Panthers home game. And we have Vietnam veteran Samuel Jenkins here with us this evening. And, again, honored to have him here in the building. And special hello and a thank you to all our servicemen and women who have tuned in. Always great to honor our City Furniture hero among us each and every Panthers home game. 4-1, the Panthers over the Ottawa Senators here in the second period with things winding down. 1:43 left in the frame. 34-17, Panthers doubling the shots of Ottawa.
Well, don't look now for this Matthew Tkachuk in his point streak. 6-game point streak. 7 goals in that span. 7 assists, 14 points in a 6-game span. He heated up there. When he heats up, it goes in the microwave quickly. And it gets it going there. He's feeling it right now for the Panthers, and that's a good thing. And Sam Bennett, too. Remember when he had that long drought, did Sam Bennett? Yeah, that drought's over. He is now, once he got a sip of water, he is filled up with electrolytes. 5 goals in his last 10 games. A lot of things coming to fruition for the Panthers as they're heading into this four-nation break. Got to be feeling really good about what they're doing as a team in general. And they just took control here in the second period. After that power play goal, wow. They just followed up the very next shift. They always talk about the very next shift after a goal. Well, they came out, had a good shift, and just steamrolled downhill after that. Ottawa just sitting back on their heels.
Panthers 4, the Senators 1. Second period winding down. And face-off coming beyond the Ottawa line. Panthers left to right, Ottawa right to left. Dmitry Kulikov across the ice. Nico Mikkola looks to punch it up the boards. And eventually down to our right it goes inside the Ottawa zone. Patterson drops it off. Sanderson across. Artem Zub. And he'll dump it along the far side. Deep into the Panthers. Send Kulikov back for it. Patterson took it away. Pass in front. Brady Tkachuk. Oh, what a save by Bobrovsky. Brady Tkachuk was set up by Gregg. Got the right pad out, did Bobrovsky. Kicked that away to protect the 3-goal lead. Out come the Panthers now. Left wing side into the offensive end. Matthew Tkachuk, a shot blocked to the far corner. It goes. Tkachuk back on it. Forsling, a shot tipped in front. That one went off a Senator and then ultimately went wide. Sanderson will clear. Final minute of play in the period. Offside call against Ottawa. 56.1 seconds left in the second. 4-1. The Panthers in front.
We've seen two spectacular saves in this game by Bobrovsky. One on Amadio in the first period, and he had no way to get the shot by Tkachuk out of the empty net. The pass comes into the slot. He tried to block it with the pass coming out with his goal stick, and when he didn't block the pass, he said, the heck with the goal stick. I just got to stretch out and lean with my blocker. And that's the second time. Amadio had an empty net, and Brady Tkachuk here, just a yawning cage, and somehow Bobrovsky was not seeing a lot of action. That's really where his mental fortitude comes into play. Just dialed in to make that save against Brady Tkachuk. Amazing stuff.
Stützle trying to clear, couldn't. Long shot, and that one from Forsling. Tipped by Barkov and stopped by Allmark to the far corner. Barkov, half minute to go here in this second period. Forsling, a one-time drive, left pad save made by Allmark, and Shabbat will corral it for Ottawa. Up the far board, Stützle tapped it along Giroux. Stützle lost it around center, and then Verhaeghe drops it back inside the Panthers zone. Forsling near side, Ekblad up the wing. Reinhart taps it down to our right. Allmark out to handle it, gives to Shabbat. And into the final 5 seconds here in the second we go. A 4-1 Panthers lead. Gaudette will flip it high in the air, and that is it for 2 periods of play. The Panthers have taken charge in this one. 36-18, they lead the shots. 4-1, they lead on the scoreboard. And, well, the Panthers in that second period put on a clinic.
They did. After the power play goal, get it started by Tkachuk, and then they just rolled on after that. Some really good hockey all the way, heavy forechecking pressure. Ottawa spent most of that time in their own end, and you get that save by Bobrovsky. You have that 4-1 lead going in the dressing room, but that's largely in part by that save on Brady Tkachuk in the slot. Brady Tkachuk has to walk back to the bench and wonder what the heck just happened to me. So the power play goal by Tkachuk, the redirection by Barkov in front. Forsling coming down on was that Forsling goal too was something to watch. I could see it all the way from up here, and I said, well, that's Forsling's going to jump up and make this 2-on-2, 3-on-3, a 4-on-3 rush or whatever it is. But because of his speed and where the Panthers were at, the defensemen are way backed off the line. That allows him to gain easy entry. And he gets his first goal in 10 games with a sizzling wrist shot. We talked about all the goals the Panthers have, and that was Forsling against Allmark, and shows you what kind of shot he has. And then Bennett just added to that lead, and was that puck just there? Well, that poor puck. I feel sorry for the puck sometimes. that one was hit and got set over by Tkachuk. Tkachuk get the assist on that, and you add it all up. That was kicking it in four gear. All of a sudden, he had her in second gear in that first period, and he kicked it all the way up there in the second, and the Ottawa Senators just weren't able to hang for the most part. But you got to look at that 3-goal cushion is really nice. But if that goal by Brady Tkachuk goes in there at the end, 2 goals, maybe the Senators feel they have a better chance heading in to this third period. So Bobrovsky, of those 2 saves, that Amadio save was incredible. Same thing with that Brady Tkachuk.
So the Panthers a 4-1 lead through 2 periods of action. We're going to hand it off to Kevin Rogers now. And folks listening across the radio network, technical problem. We apologize, but what the technical problem does is it just gives you more of us commercial free because we can't go to break right now. So that's the way things are going right now. We're going to hand it right to Kevin Rogers, and he'll be joined by Jameson Olive from FloridaPanthers.com and the Territory Talk podcast. So 4-1, the Panthers lead the Senators through 2 periods of play. Kevin Rogers, take it away.
I know, Doug, you'd like to say commercial-free rock and roll for the next 15 minutes or so, and that's what we have here as the Panthers holding a 4-1 lead over the Ottawa Senators after 2 periods of play. 4 goals in the second period for the Panthers. Well, Jameson Olive, FloridaPanthers.com. Join us in just a moment. And he's here now, so let's just go to him now. Jameson Olive, FloridaPanthers.com. And Jameson, I guess you found it interesting. You see these things. You know the angles. 5 goals scored in this game total. All 5 players that scored are going to be playing in the Four Nations Cup.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the guys are getting amped up here, getting ready to go. A lot of guys are, getting ready to hit the beach, have a good time, relax. But 8 guys on this team are about to head and play another tournament here. No rest for the Panthers, who've played more hockey than anyone the last couple of years here in the NHL. So, yeah, you can tell they're fired up. And Panthers Senators, it's not quite Panthers Bruins in terms of, intensity and edge and nastiness, but it's probably right after that for me in terms of just games that are always exciting and games that both teams just get up for. And it's physical, it's fun, it's fast, it's exciting. It's been great hockey through 40 minutes.
Ottawa right now sitting in 4th place of the Atlantic Division with 62 points. Panthers atop the division with 69 points heading into tonight, 1 point ahead of Toronto for first in the division. Ottawa got the scoring started back in the first. First, Brady Tkachuk had a breakaway. He came out of the penalty box. He got stuffed by Sergei Bobrovsky, but then later on, he scored on the power play, his 21st, the 6:38 mark of the first, giving the Senators the 1-0 lead. But then in the second period, 6:18 into the second, Matthew Tkachuk on the power play. He had 21 goals entering tonight, so he breaks the tie with his brother. 22nd goal, Sam Reinhart and Alexander Barkov assisting to tie things up at 1 apiece. So, there's a little sibling rivalry. They're going to be teammates coming up next week for the United States. But tonight, still that sibling rivalry. Brady got 21, but now Matthew up to 22, Jameson.
Yeah, these guys love playing each other. It's kind of just goes back to the days of playing mini sticks around the house or at the local rink. They love it. They get up for it, and their teammates do too. I talked to Alexander Barkov about it today, and he said he just loves these games. He loves watching those two guys go at it. But I think the thing I like most when they play each other isn't the on ice action. It's whenever there's a penalty. It's both them going over to the official to kind of talk it through, state their case, and I just wonder what they're saying to each other in those situations because I'm sure it's hilarious.
So Matthew Tkachuk's power play goal ties it up at 1, and then 5:18 later, it was Alexander Barkov with his 14th, assisted by Tkachuk and Carter Verhaeghe at the 11:36 mark of the second to make it 2-1. So the Panthers, again, good to see when other guys get involved, but also you feel pretty good when your first 2 goal scorers are Matthew Tkachuk and Alexander Barkov.
Yeah, for a little bit there was kind of the unsung heroes. It was, Mackie Samoskevich scoring goals. Jesper Boquist went on a great tear. Lundy was getting some goals. But for the last maybe 2 weeks, it's been the big dogs again. It's been, Barkov, Tkachuk, Verhaeghe, Reinhart. Those guys just padding the stats, racking up the goals, racking up the assists. So you love to see that, like Doug Plagens and I always talk about. Those guys always get their numbers. It always evens out. So great to see them all scoring again. But I got to say for the Panthers, in that first period, they were looking good. Omar had to make a lot of big saves. He had 1.33 goals saved above expected in that period to keep the Panthers off the board. It's not like they just turned it on in the second period. You kind of felt it coming, and you felt like when Tkachuk scored, suddenly there's blood in the water, and the goals really started to pile up and continue there with Barkov's.
And Barkov had 1 goal in January, already 2 goals here in February. He has at least a point in every single game, 9 points for him through the first 4+ games this month. And that gave the Panthers a 2-1 lead. And then Gustav Forsling, nearly 5 minutes later, in open ice, he beats Linus Ullmark for his 8th on the season from Nate Schmidt, 16:26 into the second. We talk about all these guys playing in the Four Nations Cup, and Gustav Forsling, just seeing what he's done the last few years with the Panthers, turning into a star on defense and giving the Panthers a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, 100%. When you look at what Gus has done, not only with the Panthers, but particularly recently, I think last year's Cup run was kind of his coming out party. It's when a lot of people went from saying, oh, yeah, I know Gustav Forsling, I heard he's doing well for the Panthers, to, man, this guy's an absolute stud. Obviously, he had the game winner against the Bruins in round 2 last year, but just defensively, all the things he did to shut down opposing stars, going up against Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl in the Stanley Cup final, a lot of people got tuned into who Gustav Forsling is. So the defense is always there. It's great to see, but it's also great to see when he gets rewarded with goals like that. Just a wicked shot straight down the slot, and like I said, at that point, all the Panthers are feeling good. All of them were suddenly saying, we got Ullmark's number right now. Let's keep firing pucks at the net.
And then Sam Bennett, a little over a minute later, actually a minute 22 later, or a minute 32 later, I should say, scoring his 18th. Another one, just a banger right past Linus Ullmark, his 18th. Tkachuk, another assist. Evan Rodriguez assisting. That gave the Panthers a 4-1 lead. So down 1-0 headed to the second period. 4 goals in a nearly 12-minute span to go up 4-1.
Yeah, and the most impressive thing to me is that it's been against Linus Ullmark, who, 2 years ago in the playoffs, in that round one upset, the Panthers out of the Bruins, he was really good for the Bruins, even though he was hurt. And then you go back to the beginning of this year, Ottawa's season opener, he was really good against the Panthers. They're he's pretty much the reason why they beat the Panthers in that game. So to have a big game like this, or even just a big period, is huge for the Panthers, because this is a team they could see in the playoffs. Like you said, they're right there. They're in the first wild card spot right now. They lost back-to-back games to Tampa. That kind of hurt them in terms of getting that top 3 spot in the division. But they're competitive. They're a team that might be there come playoff time. So we'll see what happens. But definitely for the Panthers, when you can get goals like this on Linus Ullmark, you get them.
What was the number that you put out on X about Matthew Tkachuk? That's now 3+ points. What is that, 5 of the last 8 games?
4 of his last 8 games. So every other game, he's getting 3 points here. And those games, he's not getting 3 points, he's still getting 1 or 2. He's on an absolute heater right now, obviously the 6-game goal streak, but the assists are still there as well. He's racking up the points, going crazy. And you know what? This kind of started when he was named alternate captain of Team USA for the Four Nations Face-Off. So maybe he's just running on red, white, and blue. Maybe he's just feeling it. Obviously, he was just at the White House, so he's kind of becoming Captain America right now. You love to see it.
Sergei Bobrovsky, 17 saves on 18 Ottawa shots. Linus Ullmark, he's been busy, 32 saves on 36 shots inside the Ottawa net. Jameson All, FloridaPanthers.com. Jameson, we appreciate it. We will talk to you again in a few weeks. Have fun with the Four Nations Cup.
Enjoy the break, K-Raj. Thanks.
All right, Jameson All, FloridaPanthers.com. Always great work out of him. The Panthers and the Senators, they'll meet up again in Ottawa coming up on April 5th. And the way the standings are going, who knows if these teams will meet in the playoffs? Kind of, an interesting little rivalry we talked about. That, again, it's not up to Panthers-Bruins, Panthers-Lightning yet, but Ottawa kind of coming up now in the Atlantic Division. The current standings, Panthers at 69 points, Maple Leafs 68, Lightning at 64, Senators at 62, Detroit's at 61. They had won 7 straight before losing today. Boston's at 60 after their loss to Vegas. Montreal 55 and Buffalo in last place with 49. But still, Ottawa can catch Tampa Bay. They did lose 2 key games this week to them, so they got no points out of that, and that kind of hurt them. But Ottawa, Detroit, Boston, who knows how that's all going to turn out over the next few months and who could get a wild card there in the Eastern Conference. Let's take a look now at the JetBlue out-of-town scoreboard. JetBlue, you above all, very busy day and night in the NHL. Get you caught up on the games right now. The Maple Leafs, 1 point back of the Panthers for first in the Atlantic. They are in Vancouver, tied at 1 at the second intermission. The Blues overcome a 2-0 deficit to the Blackhawks. St. Louis with 3 goals in the second, and they lead that one 3-2. A couple minutes into the third period there at Enterprise Center. The Blue Jackets ahead of the Rangers 3-2. Third period from Columbus, as the Rangers coming off a home loss to the Penguins last night, who were without Sidney Crosby, and again without Sidney Crosby tonight in Philadelphia against the Flyers. Philadelphia up 2-1. That game 2 minutes into the third period there at Wells Fargo Center. Scott Lawton is 11th of the season for the Flyers. Both teams coming in with 23 wins so far on the campaign. The Sabres were down 2-0 to the Predators in the first, but they evened things up at 2 apiece now at the first intermission there in Nashville. The Islanders and the Wild tied at 1, first intermission in Minnesota. The Islanders lost last night in Winnipeg. Coming up at 10 o'clock, the Kraken and the Flames, they meet in Calgary. Stars and Sharks in San Jose, and that one's coming up at 10 o'clock. Dallas off a shootout loss to L.A. last night. San Jose, meanwhile, 15-34-7. Coming up at 10:30 in Los Angeles, it's the Kings and the Ducks at Crypto.com Arena. And the Kings seeking their 30th win of the season, 29-17-6. Anaheim at 23-24-6. Now to the finals from earlier. Jake Allen, 34 saves as he shuts out the Canadiens. The Devils, a 4-0 win in Montreal. Jack Hughes, a goal and an assist in the win for the Devils. The Lightning and Detroit's 7-game winning streak, a 6-3 victory over the Red Wings today at Little Caesars Arena. And in that one, Brandon Hagel, 2 goals and 2 assists in the win for the Lightning. The Hurricanes, with 4 in the second, 2 in the third, they pull away from Utah 7-3 in Raleigh today. As Sebastian Aho with 2 goals and an assist in the win for the Hurricanes. Vegas knocks off Boston at TD Garden 4-3. The Golden Knights with 2 goals in the third period. Tomas Hertl power play goal in the final minute and change was the go-ahead goal, and that one helped give the Golden Knights the victory. Boston continues to struggle, 27-24-6, as the Bruins sitting in 6th place of the Atlantic Division heading into the break. So Boston's got some work to do moving forward. And that's a look at the NHL. Tomorrow, just 2 games in the league with the Super Bowl Sunday. So every sport, NBA, college basketball, NHL, they'll all get their games done early. Utah's at Washington tomorrow at 12:30, and the Lightning and the Canadians at 1 o'clock. So quick turnaround for both those teams. Actually, for 3 of the 4 teams, Utah lost to Carolina, Lightning won in Detroit, and the Canadians lost at home to the Devils. So Tampa Bay and Montreal, they are hooking up at 1 o'clock at the Bell Center, and then that'll be it for the NHL for 2 weeks, as the Four Nations Cup will begin after that. Couple other news and notes off of the ice. Miami Hurricanes men's basketball team, they lose in Louisville today, 88-78. Florida beats top-ranked Auburn 90-81. The Miami Heat, they are off tonight, and they will be back on the court Monday night to host the Boston Celtics. And, oh, by the way, tomorrow Super Bowl 59, as the Kansas City Chiefs will take on the Philadelphia Eagles in New Orleans at the Superdome. And that'll be it for football for several months. So that is the look at the South Florida sports scene, as well as the JetBlue out-of-town scoreboard. The Panthers scoring 4 times in the second period to take a 4-1 lead over the Ottawa Senators. Matthew Tkachuk, Alexander Barkov, Gustav Forsling, and Sam Bennett, the goal scorers for the Panthers in that second period onslaught. Brady Tkachuk is 21st, back in the first for Ottawa, and that's where we stand now. And that's where we're at. So the Panthers a 4-1 lead over the Senators through 2 periods of play, as we continue the second intermission right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts, all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
We have some breaking news that you Panthers fans are going to want to hear. It's official. SeatGeek is now the official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers. That's right, the deal is finalized, and SeatGeek is the newest member of the Panthers family. If you haven't heard the name yet, get used to it, because you'll be hearing it a lot more this season. SeatGeek, the new official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers. Your ticket to great Panthers seats.
Just like being on the ice, parenthood is full of thrills, spills, and even chills. But whether it's illness or injury, our pediatric experts at Broward Health are ready to assist with a broad range of specialty care for your child. As the official pediatric hospital of the Florida Panthers, we know keeping kids healthy and happy is a team effort, and we're always on your team. Broward Health, well into your future.
Make pet care stress-free with Pet Meds, official partner of the Florida Panthers and trusted platform for pet health. From puppies and kittens to seniors, Pet Meds offers top brands for healthy foods, flea and tick prevention, medications, and more. Every order comes with a surprise for your furry family. Don't miss Dr. Cuddle's Ready Rescue, a must-have detoxifier for emergencies. Visit petmeds.com and use promo code Panthers for 20% off site-wide. Pet Meds, care you trust to keep pets happy and healthy throughout their lives.
Welcome back, third period starting here in just a moment. We do have the ability to play the commercials again, so we have that going for us. The Panthers are up 4-1 over Ottawa, hoping to take back-to-back wins into the Four Nations break here. So again, Panthers in a good spot. We're in a good spot, getting ready for the third period here in just a moment. Let's get to the world-famous former Twitter segment. You can always tweet the broadcast at Doug Plagans. every second intermission. And we've got Bill tuned in tonight leading things off. Noah is tuned in this evening. Steve Joe and his dog Hank in Ormond Beach on Sirius XM. Gil in Houston is tuned in. Judy in Australia is listening this evening. Decker in Eastvale, California, tuned in on the Panthers app. Dr. Greg tuned in on Sirius XM, the Sirius XM app. Looks like he's got us on channel 931 on the Sirius XM app, where you can always find us. Sean the Hawk is tuned in. Kurt, the South Carolina Twitter captain on the NHL app. Josh in Pembroke Pines is with us. Scott, the cop/Marine, tuned in as well. Special loan of thank you to all the police, fire, and medical personnel, military we have tuned in. Thanks for what you do. Thanks for making Panthers hockey a part of your night. 4-1 Panthers going to the third period here against Ottawa. And it'll be the Panthers in red, right to left, Ottawa in white, left to right. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers with you. Manny Chang is our on-set engineer. Trevor Harris back at studio control. That's the guy who's been doing the heavy lifting tonight. Trevor Harris back in the studio.
I saw him at the gym. He works out hard. He can lift.
Puck lobbed in on net by Kulikov. A one-hopper fielded by Allmark. And that was a heck of a lift because he got us the ability once again to play commercials. So there's that. Puck played into the neutral zone. Brady Tkachuk hands it along. Artem Zub back for Brady Tkachuk. Kulikov able to intercept. Played up the near side. Rodriguez got it out. Drake Batherson down to our left gives it across. And Jake Sanderson, the transition pass, finds Brady Tkachuk. He'll walk into the offensive end for Ottawa. Sends it in on net, and it's handled cleanly by Bobrovsky. And he will cover 36 seconds off the clock here in the third. 4-1 Panthers over the Ottawa Senators. And a face-off coming up down inside the Panthers zone, the near circle, down to our right.
36 shots on net for the Panthers. Every single Panther has a shot on net tonight except Nico Mikkola. He's the last guy. We're looking forward to getting an opportunity. Matthew Tkachuk, 7 shots on net, leads the way.
Now the puck sent down inside the Ottawa zone. Into the corner, Verhaeghe and Jensen. They battle, rolling puck behind the net. Claude Giroux. He'll walk this one along. Giroux over the center circle. Rips one down near corner. Behind the net, Bobrovsky. He'll give to Forsling. Shoveled along for Barkov. Rattled ahead, intercepted. Stützle in front. Giroux to Chabot. A one-time drive save made by Bobrovsky. And the puck sent out of the zone by Sam Reinhart down to our left. After it is Chabot. Outlet to Hamonic. Bouncing puck near side, swatted at, poked up the boards. Balinskis clogs the lane. Jesper Boquist heads in. His pass takes a deflection, and the Senators bolt along. David Perron tried to chip it into the Panthers zone, couldn't do it. Jesper Boquist, Anton Lundell, maybe a 2-on-1 right circle. Sean Lundell saved me the rebound, and Luostarinen just couldn't settle it cleanly in time to get the shot away. He does beat it out to Balinskis. A shot redirected by Boquist, and a save made by Allmark, and then some shoving out front of the net. 18-21 to go in the third period. 4-1. It's the Panthers out front of Ottawa.
And all those redirections, that tip by Barkov. The Panthers have 23 goals on tips, which is third in the NHL. 9 by deflections. So those 23 and 9, that 32 number is matched for the league lead with the New York Rangers. So the Rangers and the Panthers, the best in the business of getting in front, deflecting pucks and deflecting tips and doing all that kind of stuff. And that's why I mentioned, and after that first period, they got to do more of that, and they definitely have.
Forsling put one down wide. Ekblad, right point, takes over. Right side, Forsling. Across A.J. Greer covering the left point. Long shot that's wide. Nosek out of the far corner with it for the Panthers. He's tied up down low. Gets some help from Gadjevich. Jonah Gadjevich on the end boards. He will be tied up. Greer at the side of the goal. A whack at it. And then shaken away. Now Gadjevich out to the right point. Ekblad back down behind the net. This one winds around the end board. Stützle here on the near side. Drops it back for Chabot. Around to the far corner. This one played ahead as it was Matt and Paulo pushing one along, and the Senators get a clear from Gaudette. The Panthers backed inside their own end. 17:38 left in the third. 4-1 Panthers over Ottawa. And Mikula will play it up that right side. Matthew Tkachuk, Sam Bennett up to the top of the right circle. Looks for somewhere to put it. Gives to Kulikov. Straight on. Kulikov across. Bennett. One-time shot. That one ricochets wide. Far circle. Corralled and cleared by Sanderson. Brady Tkachuk spun around by Kulikov. Clings to the puck. Up the left side. Plays one out front. It's off the skate of Ridley Gregg to the near corner. Mikula and Gregg tie up here on the near side. 2-on-2 scrum along the near boards. And on it, the Panthers, Kulikov. He'll wind it off to the far side. Bennett sweeps a backhand up the far boards, and Artem Zub will play it back down low. Sam Bennett takes over. He will clear, and Evan Rodriguez in the center circle hands it off for Matthew Tkachuk. He'll dangle in left circle. Matthew Tkachuk peels off to the near boards, looks for a passing lane, drops it along the near side, taken away by Sanderson. Given on to Brady Tkachuk. He'll cruise over the Panthers line. Balinskis took Brady Tkachuk down. Nate Schmidt up the near side. He'll roll it toward the net, cut off by Shabbat. He will clear for Ottawa, and that backs the Panthers into their own zone. Sam Reinhart, Uvis Balinskis here on the near side. Pass cross ice. Reinhart fields on a bounce. He'll cruise up the right board. Poked away by Perron. He got it to center. Nate Schmidt takes over. Now Barco. Right side Reinhart. Flips it high. Down behind the Ottawa net. Picked up by Jensen. Given to Perron. Couldn't handle it. And Verhaeghe pounds it down behind the goal. Now Anton Lundell takes over. Off to the right circle, Ekblad. Long shot tipped over the net and out of play. 16:01 to go in the third. 4-1 Panthers over the Ottawa Senators. 39-20 Panthers out shooting Ottawa in this one. I guess the 50-shot mark is still in play here.
It is in play. I got a question for you.
Yes.
So I mentioned the tips and the deflections.
Yep.
Total, the Panthers lead with the New York Rangers. How do you differentiate between a tip and a deflection? That would be my greatest question. What's a deflection and what's a tip? Is the Barkov goal a deflection goal or a tip goal?
I think from the offensive perspective, they're interchangeable. Down to our left behind the net, Luostarinen rolls it out front. I'm going to expand on that in a moment. Here's Anton Lundell out to the line, and that one goes down to our right. Now you can have an unintentional deflection. You can also have an intentional deflection.
Yeah.
But I feel like tips are always intentional.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
You could have a puck deflect off of a defender, but the defender's not going to tip the puck.
All right. That sounds good for me for now.
We'd love to hear from all the listeners out there.
Yeah.
Some reasoning.
I'm gonna have
philosophy class here in the third period.
I'm not the NHL statisticians. How they're able to sort that out.
15-12 left in the third. 4-1 the score. Well,
anyway, the Panthers are good at it.
They are good at it, but you look at the stat sheet, and it's the same as when you see giveaways, takeaways. So a lot going into all that. A lot of different numbers. And
with a gazillion analytics.
A lot up for interpretation. Now a loose puck out front. Backhand try and a save made by Allmark. Nosek in front of the net. Now it's Shabbat dancing along for Ottawa, left to right across your radio. Takes it up the left side. And he'll fire one high of the Panthers' net. Here on the near boards, picked up by Gadjevich. On for Greer. Rolls it along the near boards, and Brady Tkachuk takes over, sends it straight on. And the puck goes down to our right. Bobrovsky over for Nate Schmidt. And his pass to Matthew Tkachuk hopped away. Brady Tkachuk a shot on net save. Bobrovsky, and that'll bring up a face-off. 14:23 left in the third. 4-1 Panthers over the Ottawa Senators. And
interesting watching this game with Brady Tkachuk, Matthew Tkachuk. They're going to be teammates in a couple of days.
Yep.
And I mentioned Matthew Tkachuk, 7 shots on that. Brady Tkachuk, that was just his 8th shot on that. And pretty good battle between those two. And then you had Gustav Forsling. He's going to be teammates with Linus Ullmark.
Yeah.
He's going to go in there and say, Linus, I just toasted you last game. Walked into the dressing room. Interesting scenario is going to play out. It's going to be fun to watch all these top players going head-to-head.
No, Ottawa Senators fans are probably hoping Linus Ullmark doesn't play because he's missed so much time. As the puck's played to the neutral zone, they're probably hoping he's in a backup role and that's it.
But yeah, maybe. There could be a counter-argument to that with that high-paced hockey and missing that much time. And getting some more action for Linus Ullmark might not be a bad thing.
Now up the ice go the Ottawa Senators. Puck play down to our right. It's Sanderson working it into the Panthers end. Ekblad far side. Tkachuk across. Forsling a lane. Heads down to our left over the Ottawa line. Drop pass. Backhand from Rodriguez. Poked on net by Bennett. And a save made by Allmark. 4-1 Panthers. 13:36 left in the third. Claude Giroux backing inside his own blue line. Takes it off to the far side of the ice, banks it up the boards, deep into the Panthers zone. Nate Schmidt there. Backhand feed up the boards. Barkov, he'll give to Reinhart, lifts it along the near side. Verhaeghe looks to track it down. Stützle and Verhaeghe wrap up. Stützle to the inboards, had it taken away. Reinhart out to the right point. Nate Schmidt, and his long shot tipped by Barkov. Puck winds up here on the near side, and Verhaeghe will play it around far boards out to the neutral zone. Nate Schmidt, he'll have it, gives to Balinskis up the near side. Uvis Balinskis, he'll send one down off the end boards wide. Jesper Boquist on the end wall for the Panthers. He'll scoot off to the near corner. Backhand up top. Nico Mikla juggled it and has to back into the neutral zone with 12:48 to go here in the third. A 4-1 Panthers lead. Jesper Boquist back inside his own end. Pass near side. He has Mikla. He puts it down
got to hit the net,
of the net.
Nico.
Only one left who needs a shot on goal, right? You said
yes, he's the only one left. Couldn't root for him.
Down to our left along the end boards. Battle for a loose puck. Here's Jesper Boquist. Anton Lundell gives to Jesper Boquist. Takes it around the back of the net, off to the far circle. Pass out to Mikla. Here it is, Billy. A big drive and a save made by Allmark, but there's a shot on net. Nico Mikla completes it. Every Panthers skater now with a shot on goal in the hockey game, and the Senators get the clear down to our right. It's Kulikov after it.
It's a good team performance all around when you get everyone on the ice to get a shot on net, and it's been a pretty dominating performance by the Panthers. A well-oiled machine, not many mistakes, and when there's been a couple, Sergei Bobrovsky has made dynamite saves to cover up a few opportunities.
Brady Tkachuk near side for Ottawa. Backhand out front. The lane closed off by Greer. Handed on for Nosek. He'll swing it up the right side for Jonah Gadjevich. Then a feedback for Nosek. Got away from him. Clevin will clear for Ottawa. 72 needs a shot on net now. Here's Batherson. Drops it back. Gregg. Tipped on goal by Batherson. Save made by Bobrovsky. Along the inboards, Ridley Gregg will have it. One of those games, Billy,
if they pulled the goalie for some reason early and Sergei Bobrovsky got an empty net goal, that would cap everything off.
That would be something. And with the game the way it is, the Panthers have taken charge. Here's Brady Tkachuk out front, and the puck goes to Zub. Down to Tkachuk. Tried to swing it between his legs. Greer, the takeaway from Brady Tkachuk, but isn't able to get it out. Ridley Gregg dropped it off. Batherson now. Out to the line, Zub, and then across. Batherson, a shot tipped wide. Panthers have really taken control, but you can't overlook the saves that Bobrovsky's made when his number's been called. He's had some dandies here in this one. Zub to Giroux now. A shot. Tipped on goal. Bobrovsky stands his ground, and the Panthers get a clear.
He's had a lot of great saves, but that save on Tkachuk, that's the best one that I've seen all year.
Yep.
I mean, he had to drop his goal stick and everything. Tkachuk was looking at an empty net, and somehow Bobrovsky was able to extend, never quit, and get a piece of it with his blocker. I'm putting that as number one that I've seen all season. He's made some remarkable saves. That's on my number one list.
Now in go the Senators. Stützle, he's been quiet tonight. Puck taken away, and Nate Schmidt will lob it ahead. Rodriguez up the near side. Then it's played cross ice. Matt and Paulo on for Highmore, and then Giroux up the wing. Stood up there by Nate Schmidt. The Senators do ultimately get it down behind the Panthers. They're coming up on the halfway point of period number 3. Uvis Balinskis across for Nate Schmidt. And he'll hand it back for Balinskis.
We might not need commercials anymore the way this third period's going.
Yeah, just cruising along. Trevor finally gets us the ability back to play commercials, and now we don't have any whistles. Puck played down into the Ottawa zone. Far corner, it's Reinhart, and Reinhart has Shabbat on him. Reinhart on the end boards. And it's taken back behind the goal. Barkov, it was ripped away, and the Ottawa Senators charge out of their own end. Ostapchuk, backhand cross-ice pass. It's worked inside the Panthers zone now down to the right. Bobrovsky shakes it away. Ostapchuk to the end board. Played out front by Amadio, and that's stolen away. Nico Mikla into the neutral zone. He'll dump it down to our left. Back behind the Ottawa net. Hamonic there. And then it's dropped back on the end boards by Cole Reinhart. Reinhart sprints over, grabs it off the far boards. Puck was caught in a standstill. Clevin then swings it into the neutral zone. A takeaway by Jesper Boquist, and they whistle it for offside. 8:55 to go in the third. 4-1. Panthers over the Senators, and with that, we will step to an official timeout. This is the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Metro Group Miami, corporate partner of the Florida Panthers. The home of Metro Signs and Metro Wraps has been South Florida's business choice for quality signs and graphics for over 34 years. No sign is too big or too small for the experts at Metro. They bring brands to life. Call them today, 954-983-6662, 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to learn what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, your everything team.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they're great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
8:55 to go in the third. 4-1. It's the Panthers in front of the Ottawa Senators. Black History Night presented by Amazon here tonight at Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Everything is better on ice.
Goes his way in. Provo cuts in and scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. IS HD2 Boca Raton.
4-1 Panthers over the Senators. Second of three meetings this season for the two teams. Game 2 of the season, Linus Ullmark stole one from the Panthers that night, but tonight the Panthers
payback,
getting some payback for sure. 4-1, 42-23 out shooting Ottawa, and really since the start of the second period, you could even say in the first period, even though the Panthers were down one, it was one-way traffic for the Panthers for a lot of that.
It was good. It was one-way traffic, but what changed was the bodies in front. So it just...
Here's Lundell tipping a shot from the Wostarinen. Hallmark may have gotten a piece of it.
Just what you said there has changed. Tip, we've heard that multitude times.
Now I'm thinking about it every time.
Third period.
Lundell, right side along the boards out front, and it's batted out of the air. Add that to the mix. Now it's Mikkola drive, and that's snared by Linus Ullmark, the goaltender. 8:16 left in the third. 4-1. Panthers over Ottawa.
This Eastern Conference playoff race is getting wild. Yep. When you just take a look down, Ottawa Senators came into this game occupying the first wild card position with 62 points. Detroit 61, Columbus 60, Boston 60. It's over 55 points. 50. The only team, like I guess, truly out of it, you would consider as the Buffalo Sabres.
Here's Matthew Tkachuk, a sharp angle try. Puck is out to the far point. Yeah, that is the case. Buffalo really dug themselves too big of a hole. Uvis Balinskis plays it down to the near corner, rolls back behind the net, goes out of play. 8:01 left in the third. 4-1. Panthers over Ottawa. And speaking of that playoff race, the Rangers, that was a tough one for them to take last night.
Yes, really tough.
Regulation.
And that's what happens all of a sudden, though, but you have that losing streak. That's why the Panthers could start. When you get off to good starts to years, all of a sudden the margin for error becomes bigger. When the Rangers
you have Tkachuk, a shot snared by Ullmark again.
When you have a side like that for the Rangers, all of a sudden your margin for error becomes so slim, where you must-win game and you end up losing it, and you look back and there's 2 points. But you had that long drought. You had that really solid start. On the other side for this Panther team coming out Stanley Cup, they got off to the good start, build a cushion, and all of a sudden now you look at it, you're here coming into this Four Nations break, and 500 at minimal is going to... 500 might get you close to a division title, but it's going to get you over 100 points. And you play that kind of hockey, then all of a sudden one hiccup here and there, it just doesn't matter. The consistency it brings.
3-on-1 for Ottawa. Sanderson out of the far circle. A shot blockered away by Bobrovsky, and it's out of play. 7:41 left in the third. 4-1. Panthers over the Senators. And with that, we will step aside for another media timeout. Panthers 4, the Senators 1 on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Hey Panthers fans, looking for an unforgettable group experience? Team up and score more with Florida Panthers group tickets. Whether it's for corporate outings, school trips, or a fun night out with friends, nothing beats the excitement of live hockey at Amerant Bank Arena. Get exclusive benefits like ticket savings, priority seating, and access to VIP experiences. Don't miss out on the action. Secure your group spot today. Visit FloridaPanthers.com or call 954-835-PUCK to learn more.
There's a problem if you drink and drive a boat. It never just affects you. Boating under the influence is illegal and dangerous. Save lives by staying sober. Learn more about Florida's boating laws at myfwc.com. Brought to you by the FWC Division of Law Enforcement.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts, all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
7:41 left for period, 4-1. Panthers over the Ottawa Senators here this evening. Face-off come to the right of Sergei Bobrovsky, down to our right, inside the Panthers zone. And off the face-off, battle for the loose puck. Reinhart far side for the Panthers. He'll take it along the boards. Stützle nearly ripped it away. Reinhart stays with it. Tips it up to the...
There he goes, Omar to the bench.
Wow, Travis Green, bold move. He's pulling the goaltender. And now down to our left, the net empty. The extra attacker on for Ottawa. As Batherson pounds it to the far corner. Forsling the takeaway. He'll have it in the circle. We'll love to see Sergei Bobrovsky get an opportunity. Forsling sends it long all the way down. Just missed the empty net icing call against the Panthers. 7:08 left third period, 4-1. Panthers over the Senators.
This is about as bold as he gets for Travis Green. About 7:30 on the clock when he pulled his goaltender. He said, "To heck with it. We're going to go with it and try and get it all back."
So a face-off the far circle down to our right. Sam Reinhart, whose assist earlier tonight did get him his 600th National Hockey League point, so congratulations to him. Far side of the ice. Senators control. It's Batherson over on the far boards. They work it out to Sanderson. Then Giroux, far circle. Batherson in the corner. Batherson back out to Giroux. Giroux, Sanderson holds, fires, and that one took a deflection away from the front of the net. They have hit a man on the way. Now it's fed out of the zone. Verhaeghe lobs it ahead, gets into a foot race with Stützle, and Stützle able to come up with control of it. On to Ridley Gregg. Cross ice. Stützle pocket picked. Here's Bennett. A lane to the empty net. His shot's blocked as Sanderson got in front of him. We had a Panther with his stick slashed out of his hand out in the neutral zone. I think that's
going to be a penalty against Ottawa.
Away, and Ottawa's going to have a man going off.
It's going to be Stützle, I believe. Slashing. And that was all the hustle play. Down deep by the Panthers. Verhaeghe had a chance. He got chased down from behind by Stützle. And Stützle grabbed the puck going the other way. And Verhaeghe said, "You chase me down from behind. Well, I can chase you down." He intercepts it. And then Stützle just whacks his stick out of his hands. Easy call for the official.
6:24 left in the third. 4-1 Panthers over Ottawa. And Stützle goes off. Panthers onto the power play presented by Publix.
This Panther team just looks a little bit different than it did a month ago, doesn't it? As far as being in sync and
they're just in a groove.
Everything grooving right. Yeah, at the right time when it's starting to matter most. This team is all of a sudden just look like they're finding their way under Paul Maurice. He gave him a lot of rope early in the season, knowing that there was going to be fatigue in the body. Didn't get on him too much, and he mentioned it to us. right around this Four Nations after the break that he will get into his team a little bit more, get them more alert, and they have responded in a big way.
Here's Forsling right side. Ekblad down low. Matthew Tkachuk, Reinhardt. Matthew Tkachuk in the right corner. Tried to center. The pass hops away, and Ridley Gregg will take over for Ottawa. 5:44 left in the third. We talked about it earlier as Gregg dangles in, gives to Shabbat. In on goal. A shot. Didn't get much on that. Bobrovsky stayed with him, and the Panthers bring it out quickly. Matthew Tkachuk up the right side, and he'll shovel it down low. Panthers get some fresh legs out there. Barkov barrels into a man that was Ostapchuk in the corner. Took it right away. Nate Schmidt across Rodriguez in the passing lane, closed off by Zub. Here on the near side, he'll clear. But with the Panthers, Billy, we talked about it earlier, even in games they lose, or even if they're down a goal, you still like the way the game looks, and that's the sign of a really good team. Balinskis down for Bennett, and he tried to stuff it here at the near post, couldn't get it through. Carter Verhaeghe takes over for the Panthers right circle, a shot, Allmark to save, and the puck goes back to the end boards. Sanderson gave it right away out in front, and this one battled for. Eventually the Senators recover and grab control. Highmore clears it down to our right. 4:46 left in the third, 4-1, the Panthers in front.
Just a testament to the coaching staff and everyone in the room, just for the way they played and they've come out this year. A lot of what you see on the ice is developed off the ice.
Bennett to Verhaeghe, back down behind the net, Sam Bennett. Played out front, and that one pushed wide as Rodriguez was set up in front of the net. Nate Schmidt, near side, Verhaeghe to the circle. Couldn't get a shot through, picks it up, shot saved, made. Allmark still loose, a backhand try, Verhaeghe. Allmark looked like he got a piece of that too. Now back to 5-on-5 hockey. Ottawa killed it off. Puck play down to our right. We'll see if Travis Green goes back to the extra attacker.
Might as well. You did it at 7 minutes. No reason not to do it at 4 once you gain control of the puck.
Nate Schmidt back behind the net. Out to the neutral zone, poked at by Luostarinen, taken back. Brady Tkachuk looked to dump it in. That's not going to get deep into the zone. Uvis Balinskis absorbed that Brady Tkachuk dump, and he got hit by that puck, and it looked like it stung him a little bit as he goes over and takes a seat on the Panthers bench. Takeaway at center, Luostarinen, Lundell, he'll cruise in. Anton Lundell, a shot, deflects off an Ottawa stick and out of play. 3:38 left in the third, 4-1 Panthers. Back with the rest of this one next on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
I love the ocean.
Me? I love a slow winding river. I love the lake. Slick as glass.
But nothing compares to what you love inside the boat.
My family.
My child.
My best friend from first grade.
If you're behind the wheel of a boat, pay attention. That way your favorite water will always be safe water. Learn more about boating safety at myfwc.com. Brought to you by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission.
The moves the Panthers make on the ice count. American Van Lines knows the moves you make count the most. As the official mover of the Florida Panthers, we always want to win by providing you with the most hassle-free move of your life. I'm Anthony DeSorbo, owner of American Van Lines. When it's time to move, give us a call because we'll give you a solid upfront quote that you can count on. When the time is short and you need to make a move, depend on our pros at American Van Lines. Go Panthers and move with the champs, American Van Lines.
3:38 to go in the third. 4-1. The Panthers lead the Senators here tonight. Face-off coming up near circle down to our left. Inside the Ottawa zone.
So here's my theory on pulling their goaltender like they did early, but even like 4 minutes on the clock. If your team's played well, you give them a chance, I would roll it. But when you're getting kind of kicked in the rear end, I don't believe that's the time. Just let it play out because the momentum's not in your favor in any kind of way, and chances of coming back are not good. I guess you could always try it, but if you're Ottawa and you're looking at that situation, Travis Green, I would just say, you know what, let's get through this. But there goes Allmark back to the bench.
There he goes. The extra attack coming on. They look to dump it in. The puck went off one of our referees as Kulikov looks to clear. Brady Tkachuk kept it in across Giroux. Here on the near side, it was the referee Jean Hébert who got plunked with that one, but he looks like he's good to go. Here on the near side of takeaway, Matthew Tkachuk, Sam Reinhart. He's going to walk this one into the neutral zone, lobs it toward the empty net, but a leaping Sanderson able to grab that one with the glove, dumped it down, icing call. 2:50 left in the third, 4-1. Panthers over Ottawa, and now Allmark back to the crease.
Reinhart a chance at the empty net. Tried to go with the 60-degree wedge, only had the 54-degree wedge out. Didn't get quite high enough, and Sanderson was able to reach up and grab it from the sky. Got to hit those lob shots a little bit more on the heel. Crank it up there.
Maybe he was in the bunker. Puck plays into the neutral zone. Forsling back the other way. And for the last couple of years, that question's come up. Who is the best golfer on the Panthers? And Sam Reinhart's name's always the one that seems to get mentioned the most.
Yeah, there's a lot around the league that are really good. It was the same when I played.
Matt Boldy, I believe he played in a real event.
Yeah. Ray Shepard, a teammate of mine, they ranked all the 4 major sports, and at one time he was ranked number 2 best golfer of all the 4 major sports, and got through pre-qualifying 2 times for the U.S. Open. Got to the final stage of the U.S. Open qualifying 2 times.
Yeah, that's impressive. 2:17 left in the third, 4-1 the score. I remember growing up, the Pro-Am events, Al Del Greco was always really good. Here's Forsling, a drive, and that one deflects away. Remember the old kicker?
Yes.
He was always one of the best.
He won that Tahoe event, a few times.
Far side of the ice, I believe first time in history that Al Del Greco's name's been mentioned on Panthers radio. Puck lobbed to the net. Sergei Bobrovsky smothers it. 1:52 left in the third, 4-1. Panthers in front. On that note, Billy, tomorrow night, what do you think? Super Bowl. Manny Chang, our on-set engineer, and Trevor Harris back to studio control. Both big Eagles fans.
If Chiefs comes out of my mouth, then I'm going to be in a lot of trouble around here. I'm going to stay neutral. I believe the game's going to be close. Kansas City, every game they play seems to come down to the wire.
I think it is going to be close. I don't think anybody's winning 35-3 tomorrow night.
All the close games that Kansas City has escaped this year, karma comes back to bite them, and the Eagles win by a field goal or less.
Wow. You're predicting an Eagles win. Here's a long shot to the empty net by Verhaeghe, and it's wide, so an icing call. Travis Green has pulled the goaltender again. Allmark getting a series of sprints.
Yeah, back and forth to the bench. Looking to Pat Fortin. This is where the team's all dialed in for Sergei Bobrovsky and his performance. And this is going to go down as 5 of 6 games for Sergei Bobrovsky, allowing 2 goals or less. Pretty good run for Bobrovsky, and that came into this one 9 goals against his last 5. If it stays at this, that'll be 10 goals against in 6 games for Bobrovsky. Well into that 2 goals per game margin.
Verhaeghe poked it away from Stützle, then Stützle hard into the end boards. Verhaeghe and Stützle were in a little bit of a battle there, and Verhaeghe's going to take a seat. Stützle is going to peel himself off the ice, went hard into the end boards, and hope that he's all right. Looks like he is okay.
6-4 for the Senators here late. Minute 30 on the clock.
90 seconds left here in the third, 4-1. The Panthers in front of the Ottawa Senators. Here's the call downstairs.
Florida penalty number 23, 2-minute minor for interference.
Interference call against Verhaeghe. What's really good about this break is that you got the players going to 4 Nations, but everyone's feeling your top players. Reinhart's playing really good hockey. Barkov's playing. Tkachuk, Bennett, Verhaeghe's piling up the points of late. You're getting the goaltending from Sergei Bobrovsky. So if you're the coaching staff and players that do get the rest and everyone going over to 4 Nations, everyone is going to enjoy it so much with the way the style that they're playing, and no one has to go into the break wondering, geez, we're playing bad hockey. How do we figure this out?
Long shot to the empty net, and they score. And it's Anton Lundell from a long distance. Able to bury that one. That's going to go in the books as a shorthanded goal.
From about 120 feet, and that is the 12th shorthanded goal of the year. We'll take it.
And that ties the franchise record, 97-98.
Yeah, 13 would break it. So Lundell, good play at the blue line, able to intercept the pass, going back for Jeff Sanderson, and he airmails one from about 120 feet out, just inside the blue line.
A 5-1 Panthers lead with 1:22 to go in the third, and Anton Lundell, empty netter.
So that's Lundell adding to the lead, and that's my point, pulling the goaltender. I know it's 6-on-4, but good play by Lundell, and really, really outstanding game all around from the Panthers. Start to finish, I know they fell behind 1-0, and Ottawa has the best record in the NHL when scoring that first goal, so they put a little dent in that action on the Senators. But after that first, the Panthers just eroded the Senators, forechecking pressure. The Tkachuk power play goal got it started, and that was pretty much it. Now 48 shots against Linus Ullmark, the goaltender. Got a minute and 10 seconds to reach that 50-shot total, and ramped up, and I'm sure all the players, as I mentioned, just really excited about what's going to happen here. Whether you're going to the tournament or getting the break, it's going to be well-deserved for everyone.
So a minute to go here in this one after Nico Mikla dumped it down to our left. Shabbat brings it out to center. He'll snap it down to our right. Around the inboards it goes. Here on the near side, Gaudette out to the line, and that one spun Shabbat around. He'll have to backpedal into the neutral zone. Gives to David Perron. Perron fanned on an attempt to dump it in. Now Nosek into a tussle with Shabbat. And Shabbat's stick broke in half. In goes Perron down to our right, giving to Gaudette. Down to the corner, Kulikov. He'll take it away for the Panthers. Poked up the far side. Kept in, Clevin, far point. Down along the boards. Couldn't connect with Perron. Amadio flung it to the front of the net. Broken up by Nosek, and he will sling it around the boards all the way down to our left. It goes. A 5-1 Panthers lead. Panthers are down a man, so no icing. The Senators will bring it out. Fans to their feet here at Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise. Last game before the break for the Four Nations face-off. Panthers get it clear. The final seconds will tick away in the Panthers. 5-1 winners tonight over the Ottawa Senators.
Clinic. What a way to go in. Top of the Atlantic. Tkachuk 3 more points tonight. Barkov's on the board. Get a power play goal. 7 of the last 9 games with a power play goal. All those games end up in victories. But this was a throttling after the first period, and this team rolling along. The freight train is starting to come downhill. Climbing that mountain and getting off to the Four Nations is going to be exciting. And Matthew Tkachuk said it best. He came out, article in the Atlantic, and he said, this is not going to be any all-star game that we're going to. So he knows. He ramped up. For the Ottawa side of it, Brady Tkachuk was impressive tonight. He was their best player by a long shot. And now they get over there and get to be teammates in this Panther team. One more can you say about them, and just the resiliency they show all season long. They've been pushed a couple of times into hard spots, hard scenarios where it wasn't all great. It wasn't all roses, and they're still able to come out of it. And as you said, the style of play, even some of the losses you're okay with. This system that Paul Maurice has integrated is, everyone knows it. Everyone's on board. It's really, really tough to play without dump-in, forechecking pressure, and other teams dump it in against us more than any other teams do in the NHL. So you have to battle through all that, and you just find a way to win games. And surprisingly enough, the Panthers this season, this is their 16th win by 3+ goals. They have 14 losses by 3+ goals. That 30 times 3-goal differential is the most in the NHL. They've only played 15 games decided by one goal this year, the fewest in the NHL. So it tends to be big blowouts one way or the other, and this was a blowout. The Panthers' favor. Let's rock in the Four Nation break and get a little relaxation, and time to get going after that.
Panthers will be in first place at the Four Nations face-off break, so a good spot for the Panthers to be in the Atlantic Division. 5-1, the Panthers knock off the Senators. We will have a victorious edition of the Cats Recap Show next. This is the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
This has been Florida Panthers Hockey. The team coverage doesn't stop now. More with a Cats Recap Show coming up on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Presented by Baptist Health.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and